It effectively is the magic containers that make your spell slots start to kind of burn out. It hasn't really spread here, thankfully enough, bar that one patient. I don't think she actually has it. I'm just treating it like that, so she's under quarantine right now, and I'm the only one that really is allowed to go see her, and it's my daily checkup for her. I'm really sorry, Holly. I would love to stay and talk. Are you in town for long? Can we maybe go get tea tomorrow?
I would love that. Yes. I think we should be here at least for maybe one more day. If not, I can. Oh gosh, I should have sent you earlier.
No, it's fine. I'm sure you'll have plenty of people. There are plenty of to talk about tonight without me. Enough as it is.
I could confer with. Hang on. What did you say?
One of your sisters is in there.
Who?
Dale.
She's here. Well, I have a lot of things to say to her too. More to the other thing. If you'd like, I could confer with Mr. Call on your behalf to see if I can find out more about.
I mean, if you think it will help, we have conferred, and honestly, we can't really make sense of it. We think there's something dark going on here.
Oh no. Here too, of course.
Well then, I guess it's time for us to get going.
Right. I'm sorry. I won't keep you any long. Please be safe. Observe personal hygiene and such. Yada yada yada. I'm not a doctor, so I won't tell you the whole spiel. You kind of clap.
Generally washing hands, making sure that you do this so with warm water, and keeping clean fingernails as well. And don't put your fingers in your eyes or in your mouth. And oh, sorry, I didn't want to lecture.
So he would kind of clap his hands, do a small bow, and kind of hurry down the stairs.
She does the excited anime high school girl wave after him.
You all feel bardically inspired.
Oh.
8d10.
After he walks away, I cast Prestidigitation on the hand I shook, and I do the same for Aranis. He just said he was working with a person who he doesn't think, but quite possibly has a disease that kills spellcasters. And then he shook our hands, and then walked away to go deal with that person again. So, I feel like a Prestidigitation is not out of order.
That's fair.
That is fair, yeah.
Yeah, I just gotta go deal with this patient. He has malaria. I'm gonna go talk to him again right now. Have a great day. Spits in your mouth and walks away.
I will say the implication there was he had not seen them today. So.
Right. Better.
But it's fair.
But still not guaranteed. That's how a plague starts.
Hang on. I got you covered. Does Barclay have magic aids? Does Aranis have magic aids? Do I have magic aids?
Are you actually
yes for all?
No, she's not gonna ask that.
So you head up the stairs the rest of the way, and you come into a kind of small little room, almost like a waiting room. There's a nun sitting behind a desk, kind of like flipping through some books and scribbling something down. She kind of looks up, like, "Oh, hello. Welcome to the Grand Archive. We probably going to be closing to the general public soon, but I might be able to assist with you if you tell me what you need, and might be able to come tomorrow for it or something."
Do we
Really
have?
sorry.
We have no time.
It depends on where you want to go. That's generally we kind of leave this time for more specialized needs. Certain persons who come by.
Only special people. Okay.
I would like to invoke my special thing from my background.
Oh!
So that Holly doesn't have to awkwardly be like, yeah, I'm actually like really high up here. I'm your boss. So you could just fuck off.
Get fucked. I'm your boss.
I was, I'm not gonna lie, I was waiting for it.
She what she was gonna do was gonna be like, oh, okay, only important people. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm Priestess Holly.
I was expecting her just to walk away, to be honest. She's like, oh, only important people.
Yeah, that was the joke, is that she doesn't think of herself as important, but she is.
Yeah.
By the way, she has a little plaque that says her name is Sister Delilah Jane. Or, I guess it's Delia. Kind of looks at it. It's like, the College of Wizardry. Yeah, I suppose. Let me know. Let me know. I'm sorry.
Background actually helping.
Let me let Lady Dale know that we'll have some people tonight. And she kind of presses her hand down on something to her right, which kind of glows blue, and she kind of closes her eyes for a sec. And then it glows red, and she kind of looks surprised, like, "Oh, she says you're supposed to go straight to her? Her office," and she'd give you directions through the library.
I wouldn't be surprised if she already knew we were here.
So she opens the door, and you're gestured into probably the biggest library you've ever seen, Barclay. The ceiling, what's like 3 stories high? How tall is that?
30 feet.
About 30 feet, roughly.
Yeah, this is about like it goes up about 4 stories, and there's bookcases that go up all the way.
This place is a paradise.
There are like kind of different levels you can see that kind of level up for the bookcases, but there's a lot of books. You don't think you could read this many in your lifetime.
This is going to be so difficult. It's just like looking around.
Well, I haven't even gotten 1%.
I haven't even unlocked 1%.
You haven't even seen its final form.
This is a lot of books. A lot of reading. Brandon's kind of like rubs his hands together. Looking
I
around.
almost finished 1 row of 1 bookshelf once. Took a whole day.
So, do you follow the directions, or do you go into the library?
Follow direction.
Holly's following the direction.
And pray that there's some sort of like index somewhere.
So, you follow the directions and come to a small office, kind of sequestered away from the others. And as you go to knock on the door, you get a, "Please come in. I'm quite excited." The woman sounds very happy. If you open the door, you would see a woman getting up. Her features are rather cloaked. The most notable thing you can see about her is she has rather dark skin, but everything else is mostly covered. Holly, you... So good to see you.
Hi! Goodness, I missed you!
And probably more hugging.
Yeah. Oh, this is my sister, Sister Dale.
She has a small bow.
As you know, I'm Priestess Holly. That is my knight, and this is Barclay and Aranis.
It's a pleasure to meet you. If what Sister Jane told me is correct, Barclay Cunningham, correct?
Yep. He like nods. Bows while he does it to be polite.
I've heard of some of your exploits. Please, come in, have a seat. As much as I would like to talk my sister's ear off about what she's been up to and why she hasn't been keeping contact with us, kind of gives you like a hooded glare.
She kind of blushes. Like, I have a lot of sendings to get around to.
I figure you're not here at the archive to see a family reunion. How may the Church of Mishakal and those who follow her help you?
Out of character, was it anything aside from the Caliburn research?
I was looking into all holy swords.
All holy swords. Well, we need some information on holy swords, sort of seeking them out. We're aware of Caliburn being here, but that's sort of kind of not been an option anymore. At least not at this time.
So she would think that would be at 398.22. That's generally where holy swords are found, though you'll have to scour. Some are fairy books or fairy tale books, the others are history, so you'll have to sift through them.
Holly regrets not learning the Control F spell that was added to something before.
Welcome back to libraries back in the day.
Right?
No, it was worse back in the day. I don't think the librarian knew the location of every book. You had to find that
That's
shit on
also a
your
good,
own.
fair point.
Yeah. Yeah,
Someone
it was
comes in
probably
like-
even worse.
17 years ago, I read this book about a guy and a well. Where is it?
Excellent question, sir.
Like, that is a question. It's not a good
You
question.
never returned it! Kind of like stab him in the chest with a ruler.
It's in your pocket! Ah!
Imagining going to like a Catholic library in like 1400s London or whatever, and you're like, yes, I need your greatest book on Chinese literature, and they're just like, dude, what the fuck? Like,
What are you?
what are you
Fuck out
talking
of my
about?
face, yeah.
Get out of here, you dirty heathen.
Yeah, it's just like, here's a Bible. Go home.
Here's your
Yeah,
complimentary
BLE,
Bible.
that's the book for me.
So unless she has anything else to say, Barclay would start heading in that direction.
Yeah, she would give you directions to it.
And he would begin searching.
Give me an investigation.
I will use my bardic inspiration.
What is
Sure.
Holly doing during this time?
Your
Rana's
Barclay
also, by the way.
Your Barclay inspiration.
That is a 32.
Would a test of willpower be wisdom or charisma?
Willpower would be charisma, but wisdom is trying to rein yourself in for something.
She will probably help look for the book. Or social, like, yeah.
Give me your own investigation with assistance from the knight.
And she will get a guidance for this, actually.
Sure.
So
Should have guidance Barclay thinking about it, but yeah.
I just caught something in my notes of Jido's, and one of them, it's a poorly written note, but I am curious about it, so we have to talk to Omega.
I'm curious. I think. No, I don't think it's the note. It might be. I'm thinking. Please feel free to send it to me as I.
Yeah.
I'll ping it to you.
Are you going to do the Bardic Inspiration, babe, or no?
Probably not.
There should be a specification on that of this sword. So I
Got it.
So,
That makes more sense. Okay.
with those rolls, Barclay and Holly start on opposite ends of a bookshelf and then end up on the same book, and that's the one.
Well, so that's the question. So what are you looking? Are you looking for just different holy swords or about holy swords?
I'm looking for a recent history of holy swords.
Okay. What would you be looking for, babe?
Probably like list of holy swords and how strong they are, what their accomplishments have been, so that way like we can kind of gauge which ones might be useful for this.
Sure. I can actually give you both different stuff for this. So for Barclay, this was probably written about 2 years ago. And it notes about a resurgence of holy swords. Seemingly, the blades are choosing. I will say it makes a note. Holy sword does not mean it has to be a sword. Holy weapon just doesn't sound as good. the author says. So for the sake of things, they just generally call them holy swords.
It's fair.
Yeah, fair enough.
So notable are, let me go get the map.
This bothers Holly as much as the K in Kniffy bothers her.
Are you talking about the word knife?
Yes. And that bothers Holly because it bothers me.
So supposedly, in recent times, Ascalon has been found on one of the Western Islands by a dragon slayer. Seemingly, the author isn't sure if it's on Bono Malum or Contemptus Seculi, but whoever has it now, he believes that they have moved on since. So they can be probably found anywhere in the sea. Arundite, the sister sword of Excalibur, the unfading light of the lake, is currently wielded by the leader of the Autumn. Hang on, I have to go get the Autumn Circle, which is the Oath of Ancients Paladin Order. It was found at the bottom of a lake at their training ground, and they had rested there. People had tried it, but the current leader was the one that managed to pull it out. I don't think we're naming that sword. Tyrfing continues to be passed down through the Vengeance Paladin Order, the Sisters of the Helmet, from leader to leader. Generally, it does so when the leader comes up against something they cannot beat. So they just end up dying to the blade because they either have to retreat or they end up giving it their all and falling in battle. The blade seems to like the order and tends to stay within its ranks. Excalibur, for the first time in 1,000 years, is being wielded by the woman in charge of the Knights of the Owl, which are the Paladin Order closest to the world government, those who swear the oath of the crown. Touted as the strongest of all holy swords, this author thinks that it's either ill tidings or good tidings that the blade has once again come to surface. This author also managed to interview a Tamagaharan immigrant and spoke of the Kusanagi being, according to the immigrant, there was talk of it being swapped out. That the one resting in the Imperial Vaults is a fake, along with the other 2 Imperial treasures. They're not certain if it's true, but that's what they think. So I have an awkward conundrum of, I have a name for another thing, but I don't remember if I wrote it down. Let me go get the art of it, hopefully. Effectively, this is a hammer that draws no blood and leaves no physical wounds.
It just kills your soul.
Well, more, it's a weapon of pacification. It's currently wielded by the head of the Preservers of the Seraphim.
Also, what did you say the name of the holy sword was? The one from Tamagahara?
The Kusanagi no Tsurugi. The grass-cutting longsword, or the
Oh, right, that one.
Ame no Barakumo no Tsurugi, the heavenly sword of gathering clouds.
And that it may have been stolen.
Yeah, and replaced with a fake.
Yep. The author won't disclose where or like who told him that, but simply that he says his sources are good, especially for something like Tamagahara. Let's see, what else? Ah, here it is. I found the fucking name. I named it at the picture.
Oh, what's the name?
Morlocked. It's currently wielded by, as I said, the leader of the Preservers of the Seraphim. Let me go ahead and upload that to OneNote. I don't forget. Some other things. There has been some other holy swords that have popped up. Nowhere near as strong as the ones listed. Sorry, I'm typing something. It's a nice spot. They're not quite as strong. There's also been a notable amount of Deva blades being handed out. So, again, this author thinks something might be stirring, but he isn't sure what. What else? I have a couple others, but I don't know if he would know about them. The author, by the way, is listed as Tarek the Emerald Sentinel. I will put that in into chat. I think that's the main stuff.
Gotcha.
If I remember the other ones, I will let you know.
Okay.
Because I hadn't ended up writing them down yet, but I did. I just can't find the notes where I read them. As for Holly, what were you asking specifically again, babe?
I kind of gave the what I asked for, which is like a kind of like the list of the holy swords and how like strong each is to kind of gauge which ones we can try to look for.
So, sheer power. This would also probably talk about weapons like that. That was recent weapons. What Barclay was looking at. Power-wise, the three strongest are Excalibur, Arondite, and Excalibur Galatine. Excalibur is said to be a channel from the positive plane of energy, and is known to be able to even kill devils as a finality. Arondite, on the other hand, is the unbreakable blade. Even for a holy sword, its durability is legendary, which extends to its wielder. It is 100% a defensively minded blade, or at least it was. Before about 300 years ago, it was used to slay the Council of the Autumn Circle, where it was corrupted, until the current leader managed to purify it. Excalibur Galatine is something of legend. This is an older book. Supposedly, what they know about the blade is it was forged in imitation of Excalibur, and instead of focusing from the positive energy plane, it instead focused the light of the sun itself. Some say
That's
Pelor
intense.
himself came down and blessed this blade. But that's all hearsay. Up there, Tyrfing is as well. It's a bloody blade. It cares not for the safety of its wielder or the various different any issues that would come up from that. It just wants to kill, murder, and shed blood. It is notable for being in the same ranks as Black Razor, as the two are known as the bloodiest blades on the ocean.
So if
Black-
you combine them together.
Ollie just sighs at hearing that. Like, oh yeah, that's great. The two fucking bloodiest swords in the world on the craziest bitch in the world.
Supposedly, some even cite that Tearfing is worse than Black Razor. Black Razor, according to some of its past wielders, had a reason for killing things, even if it was some asinine for feeding the void. Tearfing just wants blood. It doesn't want to devour it. It doesn't want to.
As she's reading all that, like her head kind of slumps out of her hand, and thunks against the book, and you just hear like, "Oh, snooker duckies."
Ascalon is supposedly the original dragon slaying sword. It is a guarantee, according to the author, that this blade has once wounded both Tiamat and Bahamut in different points of history. And according to legend that this author had read, let me get the correct name for you guys on this. My mouth is starting to hurt a little bit. Sorry. Let's see, where is it? Oh fuck! It doesn't tell me the name I was looking for. It makes me sad. I believe it was called Io. Was the original dragon god. I-O, I want to say. And was the progenitor of all dragons. But one day someone took Ascalon up and split Io in twain, attempting to kill him. Instead, what happened is from the two halves, Bahamut and Tiamat were born. So ever since, the two have hungered, the two have sought the blade's destruction, while the blade, in turn, has sought to kill them. Let's see. And I might give you a couple more. I don't think you can talk about Morlact.
So, would Estalon be closer to Excalibur or closer to Tearfing?
Personality-wise or power-wise?
Power-wise.
Depends on what you want to do with them. Excalibur. So I'll steal this from Fate Stay Night because Lord knows I steal enough for weapons. Excalibur is anti-army. Tearfing is anti-person.
No, Echelon.
Yes, I know. I was getting that.
Oh, okay.
Tearfing is anti-personal. Ascalon would be anti-beast. So for what they're good at, Tearfing, one-on-one, strongest. Ascalon, for killing dragons, strongest. Excalibur, all-aroundness and dealing with large amounts of people, it's the strongest.
Okay.
And I might bank that. That was on me. I didn't have the other ones written down in a place I can find. So I apologize. I will get that to y'all over the week, hopefully. But I don't think it'll change anything. They don't have where hey, this holy sword hasn't been used yet. It would also talk about Caliburn as well.
Now, geese.
I think we definitely know about Caliburn.
Yeah, I don't think I need to go back into that.
Real quick, can I get one quick addendum? Because if Barclay saw anything on this, he also would have picked that up. If he noticed anything on how to make a holy sword, he would have taken note of it. Or how holy swords are made.
How to make a holy sword, 101. For dummies.
Exactly. Holy swords for dummies.
Generally, it would probably be a small note in the book you had. Actually, probably be a small note in the book Holly had specifically. And it says holy swords are made either through merit or the actions of a magnificent smith who has peerless materials, or are blessed by the heavens. And this is for things that are holy swords with the capital HS, not just like something like Uranus's, where it's, an AS.
Like a shit holy sword.
Yeah, Babby's first holy sword.
Exactly.
Babby's first holy sword. Oh boy.
No, in the past 1,000 years, no one's known of a holy sword that's been created that's on level with these things. Far as history says, Galatine is the newest holy sword.
Gotcha.
I may retcon that, at least that part of it's the newest, but it's been a long time since a holy sword's been made.
Sounds like it's about time for Waylon to get off his fat ass and start doing his fucking job.
Do your fucking job, idiot.
Make us a holy sword.
Would be so much
Dumbass,
simpler than
come
looking for one.
We're sitting here trying to make one. We got some smith in our backyard who could do it for us, man.
I mean, that is
Oh,
actually a
goodness.
legitimate thing. Yes, and he might tell you something.
Yeah, I mean, it just popped in my head, like, what if we just made one? Like, could we just go slaughter, a couple hundred demons with a sword and be like, it's
Yeah,
holy.
no biggie.
Yeah, no biggie.
I mean, we
Let's
already
just
have a sword
ride
now.
our
No
ship
point
straight
does
to
that.
hell.
I mean,
Look,
Kyoto's-
either-
Kyoto's killed some demons.
If
No,
we
I
kill a
haven't.
million demons with a single sword, either it'll be so soaked in demon blood that it becomes a demonic sword, or it's so righteous that it becomes a holy sword. Either way, we could use that. But
Why don't we just use the holy moonlight sword?
Contrary to the name, not actually that holy.
What a dumb
I
fucking
was-
name.
I was told it wouldn't work.
Hey, maybe y'all should look into that sword more.
To the moonlight sword.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
I consider that as a possibility, and I was told it wouldn't work.
Where did it come from?
It was made for the Hound after he got wounded.
Out of what?
Moonlight and great swords.
Part of it was part of the corruption. Supposedly the other part was what's it called? Used Caliburn's power.
Wait, what?
That last part wasn't important.
Wait,
Yeah, you guys do that.
is he just carrying the other third of Caliburn on his fucking back right now? But he doesn't
I don't
realize it?
That was made out of Excalibur, remember?
No, it was made out of
No.
Caliburn.
Caliburn.
Oh, I thought it was made out of Excalibur.
Son of a
Where the
bitch.
fuck's Excalibur?
Excalibur is in space with Kaj.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. I keep forgetting Kaj is in space.
Yeah.
It's been there for a while now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
really, at this point, they would probably. Oh, actually, I don't know. It's actually a full-scale war up there. I need to finish that one shot one of these days.
I want to play
I
that
got-
one shot so bad.
Well, I will point out we kind of got sidetracked because we were doing off sessions. So
Yeah.
Don't really want to run that when we were only getting once every 2 weeks.
So I was like,
Um,
I wonder if she's back from space yet. She just Titan falls into the place, no problem.
Titanfall incoming.
She's got
feel like we-
Master Chief armor.
Nah. She died when her sword falls down and just lays right in front of us right now.
Hey. Deus Ex
So
Machina.
I don't think my character knows about the Holy Moonlight Swords. That revelation we just had out of character, totally on either Pawn or Zach. So good luck with that, because there's no fucking way I would know about that. I don't think,
I mean, that's all on Pawn. Kyoto's not there right now.
unless in the book it said under Caliburn that part of it was, or its power was used or whatever the
no, I'm
wording.
afraid not.
Yeah.
So is there
Yeah, I
any
think
way
I'm
for
all out
Holly
of-
to make that connection?
Well, the only people that can make that connection are Kyoto and Amber.
Amber's not
That's
even
the-
here.
Well, I mean,
Well, it has nothing to do with being here.
What, the fact that could possibly be the,
Other part of Caliburn? Yeah,
Yeah.
it has nothing to do with being in the library.
All of
I was just waiting for someone to bring up, like, yeah, how was that even made? Because the Hound had talked about, like,
you mentioned it was made from his holy sword. He's mentioned that before, because I knew
Yeah.
that, but I thought it was made out of Excalibur, not Caliburn.
I completely forgot the Moonlight Greatsword was a thing.
He doesn't use it very much.
I'm not gonna lie, even though you said he only had the great sword left, I thought that's what he put into the sword.
No, he put his longsword in.
Yeah, I thought his longsword was just the longsword he picked up.
No,
No.
it was. So you know how like Caliburn got all the gold shit on it? Think of that, but with just like normal steel. That was what the Hound's normal sword looks like.
Give me a sec.
If you like, go ahead. Sorry.
I keep asking you. Are kudos transferable from character to character?
Do I normally do that?
Just sitting at the bar and it's a loud ass fuck gets turned out the whole thing.
What? Who?
Oh, hey, sure, why not?
Someone makes a realization.
Yeah. Okay, I'm adding my kudo to or one of Holly's kudos to this roll.
I mean, there's also like, it's totally reasonable that Barclay comes back and asks like the Hound directly about his sword. I'm just saying, like, the realization that it might be made out of Caliburn wouldn't be something you could have.
I will say there's a reason the Hound didn't make that connection.
Wait, so does he have the Moonlight Greatsword with him?
Yeah,
So why
He's got it
was only
wrapped
the
up.
dagger brought up when I said...
He generally has it wrapped up.
because he doesn't
Wait,
use it.
no, that doesn't make any sense. They said 2/3 were here, not 3. There must be 3.
Unless it's hidden inside of it or something, we don't know. It's still something to pursue, like, in character, I think.
Yeah. So, like, I was probably in the middle of a conversation with her old friends, like, yeah, it's, and then we went to, holy shit. Actually, 1 second. She kind of, like, hops off her seat. I'll be right back, and kind of taps the Hound on the shoulder.
So we sideswipe to the bar as Amber is just like jerked the stage.
We can solve that later, but I'm saying that basically happens at some point.
Okay. Do y'all have anything else you want to do here in the archives? Anything you want to look up?
Where is Camino?
I'm afraid that is indeed in the archives. We probably don't want to know.
Ah, shame. I'm gonna make that Star Wars joke every time somebody says the word archives. I'm sorry. Gonna
The
have
archives. I must check the archives.
I must check the archives for Camino.
But what about the droid attack on
Sure, it's
Tabakahara?
nice to see you guys again. But I
So yeah,
Don't
no.
tempt me.
Barclay.
Lothar will do it.
Barclay wouldn't have anything else.
What do you think she's up to?
Probably something girly.
He would politely wait for Holly if she has something.
Like, what she wants to do here?
Like if there's anything else to do at the archives.
She wants to talk with her sister for a while, but that's not really pertinent to Barclay, probably.
I mean, he's not gonna leave without you.
Okay, so
he'll wait for a while.
she doesn't want to keep him waiting for long, so she probably like goes back to talk to her, thank her for everything, and then promise she'll be back. That kind of stuff.
Sure.
What do you think she's up to?
Probably something girly.
I don't want to make you wait in this amazing library full of books that you can read.
Hey
That'd be
man, it sounded like you were
horrible.
trying to leave.
No, I'm just saying he doesn't have anything
What do you
specific
think
to
she's up
do.
Okay.
Like I have
I'll allow
nothing
it.
left to roleplay with Barclay.
So
Hang
then,
on, let me
if
go
he-
find that sheet real quick.
if he wants to, if he's gonna like wait, like be around in this amazing library and read books, then Holly will spend some time talking with her sister.
Yeah, I mean, if Holly, like, you would say, like, I'm done with these books. Is there anything else you wanted to do? And if you wanted to talk to your sister,
What do you
go
think
find
she's
books
up
to read.
to?
Probably something girly.
We could spend more time, but I think we covered a lot. I'm going to speak with Ballet a little more.
Nod and find some interesting books to read, not boring as holy texts.
Fucking holy swords. Alright, Aranis, here's the best books.
There
You know,
once
Zeus could
had-
probably beat a huge giant crab. Like,
He just probably won.
This is my favorite piece
Oh,
of
not
literature.
Data,
It's
though,
called
Data.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Read up.
Ah,
I imagine we cut to and the crab's like biting off Judo's left arm. Just, like,
this must be the
smacking him
work
in
of an
his
enemy
hand.
stand.
what?
know,
I love the crab is biting it off too. It's
Yeah,
not clawing it off, it's biting it off.
that's the scariest part of a crab, man. Have you seen a crab's mouth?
I don't think they bite things very much though.
Oh, you've never seen a crab.
Put it in perspective. Yeah, no, that thing would die super quick. It'd get maybe one round.
Yeah. I mean, with Xenos there, it would be fucked. So anyways, hard cut to not crab combat.
Do not crab combat.
Yeah.
There's still the Xenos thing, right? That's what we're doing now.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Okay.
All right. So we'll swipe to that as y'all were leaving the bar at the same time as them. Is this in relation to what you messaged me about, Coke?
Yeah, hold on.
Man, I really hope Jado likes being shanked in alleyways.
Oh, it's his favorite.
It's already happened to Kyoto once since the campaign started. It's only natural.
Yeah, by his now girlfriend.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe
Probably
she
gonna
does
happen
wife
again.
on the island. That would be funny as shit. Oh,
It's
what
actually
if
a
Gino
Jado met
stabs
his wife
Kyoto?
too.
Yeah, yeah. We were just walking around one day and she stabbed me with a spoon. It was crazy.
It didn't really do anything because it was a spoon, but you know.
Yeah, you know. By stab, I mean drop, but you know, same thing. Exact same situation, Kyoto.
No difference.
No difference at all.
Identical.
It's okay. Kyoto's-
Did the spoon hurt you much? Kyo just nods. It was poisoned.
Kyoto gets. He's used to just getting the short end of the stick.
Okay, so generally, Xenos begins like walking through the streets, and he takes like some very weird route choices as he kind of like takes very random sudden turns, and some of which that don't make any sense. Like he'll turn left and then keep going for a while, and then like, turn right to where he is, ending up in kind of the same direction that he would have gone anyway, but just longer.
It really is baiting for us to get shanked.
Uh,
All right, yeah. So you talk to a couple people. So you're probably talking to this man. You guys are over here. When actually, let me. He would probably introduce himself. Seems like a merchant. His name is Branford Rodney.
Yeah.
Seems like rather well off.
Before that, though, did you say anything on the way?
I mean, I don't think he would comment on anything that's happening. No.
Boy, oh boy, I love being shanked.
Yeah, it's just like, man,
Can't wait.
this looks like that alley I got shanked in one time. Such a good time, good memories. No, I mean, if you said anything, he would start up small talk, but he's fine to walk in silence as well. One thing though, Omega, can we roll a perception as we pass through the gate, or is that not something?
Oh yeah, feel free. Y'all probably notice this one if you roll high enough,
Or maybe not.
or maybe not. You know, Jado's just looking for that shanking.
Yep,
Xenos
yep.
sees though. Yeah, maybe a religion at advantage. See if you know what a Asclepius is. Asclepius. Asclepius. Yeah, you know he's like a god of healing, so it's a bit odd for him to be at the gate.
So wait, what exact game was?
So you're seeing clerics of Asclepius, Asclepius, whatever.
Asclepius. Asclepius.
Asclepius.
Something like that.
At like these kind, y'all probably like went through that gate. But you saw them as you went through the gate.
Okay.
Just give me another perception though.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna drag you down for this real quick.
Okay.
Pop back up.
That would be nice.
I have an alchemy jug. I can do that anyway.
Jado, roll me a d20.
Oh, fuck me. Like I said, poor decision from Jado.
So you're probably like, as Xenos is talking to this guy, you kind of like are just like looking at the stalls kind of curiously. And then you hear something of oh god. Oh no. Oh no, oh god no. Quite, about like 10 feet away, like maybe a little bit less.
I mean, he would look over and see why somebody's praying.
Give me a history check.
Oh god. Oh no.
As
Oh god.
he's looking straight at you while he's saying this. You think you might have seen this person during the incident? That I feel like I don't need to, like, specify.
How many different things can we prof?
Oh no.
He just like squints at him and like
He wasn't one of the bad ones, for the record.
yeah. He just like squints at him. Is the guy like within 10 feet?
Yeah.
Sorry, do I know you?
Let's see. Okay, he doesn't piss himself.
Oh god, no!
What did you do?
So you see deer in the headlights motion. Doesn't faint.
Dinos, I
And
need
he's
help.
just like,
Dinos,
No, I'm
please.
busy talking.
and he's like slowly backing up. I didn't see anything. I'm sorry, I didn't do anything. I'm
Oh shit.
kind of
Can
like
we
put
just
helmet down and like.
like has both of it? Well, one of his hands up, the other one's limply dangling. I guess because like I don't know if you can with a. Yeah, you can't really do the hands up motion like the cops put your hands up with only half of an arm. So like one of them is up, the other one's limply dangling beside him. He's like, "Can we just talk for a second? Out here in the open, in front of a bunch of people."
He's just, so in his head he's thinking, he's like, oh god, he likes an audience. And he looks at the fact that you're only like 10 feet away from. It's like, sure, whatever you say. I'm sorry, I didn't see anything.
I mean, has Xenos noticed
Yeah,
this yet?
what
I
have
feel
I
like it's
noticed?
pretty clear.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'll get back to you. And so you like turn around. and
Of course, my friend. Anytime. My wares are open every day.
walk up to Judah. Do you know this person?
No. No one.
I don't think she knows how to deal with this. We were acquaintances at one time.
The fuck?
I don't think it doesn't look like he feels the same way.
No, if that's what he says.
I feel like I need to clarify a few things.
I'm gonna eat your face off.
Please don't clarify my face.
Judo looks like physically pained, by the way. I'm laughing because it's hilarious. Judo looks like he's hurt.
Oh, then how do you know?
Well, he was around back then
Back then.
when I like look at his uniform. Is he still?
Yeah, like he looks like he's off duty, but he just got off duty probably.
When I worked with him, and I like gestured to the fact that he's wearing armor and stuff.
He's still knocking knees a little bit.
Okay, so remind me because I'm terrible. I remember I asked Judo a question a long time ago, and I don't remember what the question or the answer was, but it was like right before we met back up with Ace.
I mean, you know, he used to. What was the exact wording I used? I can't remember. Omega, do you remember?
I don't want to say one way or another, so I don't want to give it away.
I don't remember you ever telling us stuff.
I remember him talking about it.
I asked him because I definitely remember he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll tell you if you tell me who that guy was," and I did. But
That's
I
right.
don't remember what your answer was or the question. 'Cause I'm bad.
Feel free to ask me a question right now if you have one. 'Cause I'm pretty sure I've talked about this. With Xenos around. I know I talked about it when Marco was around. I don't know if it was...
I think that's it, but I'm not certain.
I think that was the phrase.
Yeah,
that sounds right, correct? Okay, then yeah, he would say when I was a soldier for the world government back then.
And why is this man so afraid of you?
I'm not.
That person is lying.
Hold on, I have to go roll my insight.
Crit fail. He's not. Yeah, he's not scared. No, you're pretty. It's pretty obvious. So. I just have a healthy respect.
Gotta
For-
side-eye judo.
I did not exactly leave on the best of terms.
You left a lot of things everywhere. I'm sorry.
Do I remember this guy's name? There's probably no way I remember this guy's name, right?
Look,
So you-
Jim.
Give me another history advantage. 'Cause I don't think you were like friends with or anything, but he was probably part of like your detachment. Maybe not same squad, but like same platoon. You think it was A something?
Hey, buddy, listen.
Look, just wait for him to say it.
His initials are AA. You do remember that because you thought it was weird that his parents named him A something A.
I feel like maybe you're misremembering some stuff here.
I remember things.
Oh god, this is gonna go poorly, but you know what, like, kindly take a step forward, because we're just yelling across, like, a 5-foot gap right now.
He probably flinches a little bit, but kind of sets himself. He seems resolute at this point.
I'm not here to hurt
He's
you.
embracing
What-
his death.
Xenos would probably stay back. Like, judo's
Kind of
better.
blinks.
Why would I want to hurt you? He's not lying.
Yeah, I mean, all those people. I mean, I didn't. You think he might have shown up late to the party, quote unquote?
What do you think I did? And he's like staring at him a little, like, pretty pained, probably.
Kind of looks around, like you killed a lot of people, a lot of Marines. Like that's. I was there, and you didn't get to me, and I'm gonna die.
He's like, he looks at him with like this. He has such a sad face right now. You're not going to die. What is wrong? No.
Oh God, you're gonna torture me?
He like
Sorry.
puts his head in his hand. Just like so done with it. Look, I didn't. That's not how that went down. There's no way you were there, right?
Yeah.
And before he
No.
completely mixed you up for another guy who looks just like you called Jado.
Oh yeah, Jado Arcanox, excuse me.
Yeah.
No. I don't think you understand what happened. And don't do the I'm not gonna hurt you. And he's like standing there like pleading with him basically.
What? Okay. What happened?
What exactly were you doing that night? Clearly you remember.
Well, I mean, I was late, getting off, and I figured I'd join up with the rest of the people while they were out, and when I got there, things were happening, and
It like rubs his head. So you weren't there at the beginning.
no,
You just saw the end.
Yes.
Why does he always sound like he's lying? I'm so sorry. And he just like goes to pat his shoulder, but probably stops himself so he doesn't like accidentally hurt him.
Kind of looks around. So what happened?
He like hangs his head for a second and looks over at Xeno, so I'm sure he's just waiting for anything to happen at this point. From the sound of it, he probably thinks I'm about to chop this man in half.
Yeah, I think, it's your thing to resolve.
Oh, absolutely. I don't expect any.
Xenos is standing there, he's pretty relaxed, actually. Probably has his, arms
Son of a
held
bitch.
behind his head.
The worst. The soldiers in there. They were doing bad things. So I went to stop them. And then you came.
Oh. So you didn't just go on a murderous rampage? After
That's what they told you.
we were told not to ask questions. There was a lot of spooks around afterwards. We thought you were some kind of super weapon that went insane.
Satan sane? I know that wasn't what he said, but that just sounds so much worse.
He's progressed past insanity into Satan sanity.
No, that's why I was let go, because it wasn't entirely my fault. That's why I'm standing here in front of you and wasn't hung.
So you're not being sent out to kill the rest of the detachment make sure there were no witnesses.
No, have others
Jesus.
died? Have other... He's like looking at him curious now? Was there a murder of anyone else from that detachment?
I mean, a couple. It didn't seem out of place. They were mostly like combat related, I think. But I don't know.
No, I'm not here to murder anyone.
Oh, that's good. Oh, well, I'm sorry. It's just been a pretty constant nightmare for. Yeah, sorry.
I'm no, I'm sorry. That's horrible.
I kind of figured you'd like. I don't know. There's this just recurring dream of backbreaking, and then I get tossed in a hole, and I had to climb out with my legs not working, and it sucked. I'm sorry. You probably don't want to hear. I'm sorry. He kind of rubs the back of his head.
Wow.
Okay. That fine. We're good. We're good. Ah. Okay.
So,
Okay.
have things gone well for you? Are you on this island now?
No, we're here for upper command's here for debriefing, and we just I got picked to come along as honor guard. That's why I have the fancy uniform. I'm only a lance corporal first class now. I didn't make it that far.
I mean, that's still pretty good.
Yeah, I guess. Kind of seemingly is calming down.
Wonderful.
Right. Wow, I feel really bad now.
All good. Everything's clear.
Right. I will clear some things up. You'll never hear another bad word about you. My name is not Aeneas Amulius.
Aeneas Amulius. That's not an AA. Just thanks for a second. Oh, Aeneas Amulius. That makes way more sense. He like kind of nods. Just, you don't have to tell other people I don't want to be the source of any more nightmares ever. Just be calm. Have a great life.
Okay, I'm gonna go find some kiwis. That's why I came here. We'll go off to search for some kiwis.
Enjoy your kiwis. And he will turn
Thank you.
back to Xenos.
So, you settled that misunderstanding then?
Just a horrible misunderstanding. Yep. And he starts to lean back and put his hands behind his head behind you now as you continue talking to your man.
Pretty well. As I probably do when return to talking to. So can you drop me down just so I can ask some clarification? So.
Yep.
Here you go.
Count might be.
Oh god, it's already 1 o'clock.
Just let me know if people are getting tired or anything.
Nah, I'm good.
I'm good.
I may need to take a break, just like change and stuff. But other than that, I'm good.
So I've come here to find out some information that would be hard to come across otherwise.
How can Branford help you, friend? We have accords, we have friendship. How may I assist?
Well, first off, I can't help but hearing a lot of rumors and other such things regarding the Kemptis security.
There's quite a bit going on there, yes.
Any information you have on that?
Well, most of what I know through various means are to stay away from that place. But a couple merchant friends of mine run the routes from here to there. The ports on the island, sparse as they are seemingly bombed out. Almost as if a sudden strike decimated all of them. There's perhaps 6 main ports along that island. I do not know if you know that or not. All 6 of them, according to my friend, he says, no, they are not there anymore. They're almost destroyed. More cratered than anything else. I've heard that there was some large-scale conflict there recently. I do not know anything about that.
Not any of the parties involved.
Pirates, as far as I know. I've heard various things. Some say... Let me get my thing. Where are my handouts? Where are my handouts? Where are my handouts? Some say it was between Pieces of 8 and the Marooner. Others say the La Fennis crew were fighting with the Rambling one, Roxy Rambling Sherman. I've even heard, this is, I don't know where they got this idea from. They said Cannoneer Clover Crowley and Rum Drunk, Greep. They said Greep and Crowley did it. And I said to them, where did you get this idea from? Neither of those people are, they don't do things like that. Crowley keeps to herself, and Rum Drunk's the piss in the bottle. What do you expect from him? So I'm not sure. There are many rumors.
On that note, I've seen the maps that there's a new island that appeared off the coast. How is that being handled?
So not well for our gracious overlords. He says, kind of like sweeping his arms around. You see, it's in Traitor Legion territory, and also it's been taken over by supposedly a pirate crew and is being used as their base. The natives, which are some weird turtle mouse folk things. What does a turtle mouse even look like? Like, I don't understand. Is it just a fuzzy thing with a shell? No offense. I'm sure you would look fine in a shell. I can maybe get you one if this doesn't matter. And maybe
Yeah, misclick.
the Traitors Legion might have tried to put things out there. I'm not certain. It's just a sort of thing of they don't have the resources to allocate, as far as I know. I might be incorrect though. I mean, we could find out tomorrow. The maps are updated, and it's that entire side of the ocean is now back under our control, or vice versa. I don't know. I just know the world around me. Just kind of like sweeping his hands around.
Ah, yes. Speaking of the world around you, getting a little bit closer to home. I couldn't help but notice there were some, what were they called? Asclepius priests walking around.
Ugh.
At the god.
Yeah, that's right. Those people. I don't very much go into the outer city anymore. See, I'm fat merchant cat now. Sorry, no offense. I run business. I run it from the safety of my home. That's all nice and whatnot. But there's been a sickness spreading throughout the northern islands. Aura, Ductus, Nilho. It's avoided Victorium yet, but those kind of things. It's called the Magi Plague, I think.
Shit.
I'm not certain, but it makes spellcasters very sick. Cough, cough, that kind of thing. I don't know much about it, but supposedly the government's taking it really seriously, so they're posting clerics of the healer gods and such at nexus points where important things happen. They have them here. They have them on Aqua Vitae to keep the water fresh, and I assume they have them in other places. I do not know.
At what rate has it been spreading?
First I hear of it 3 months, 4 months ago. I don't know. Between that and the increased raids on the outer islands, it doesn't seem good. And the sickness might have been ignored because of that. Hell, the raiders, damn scum from the Underdark probably did it. I don't know.
He implied that they're generally walking around the outer city.
So the clerics are at the gates to the inner city. So
They're on the outer. Would you happen to know anything about some celestial that's in the capital?
That's way over my pay grade. Maybe at temples? I don't know. Familiars? I think those can be celestial. Maybe. That's what my daughter says.
But
I'm not
nothing
sure.
that stands out immensely as odd.
I have seen nothing of that sort. No, I will keep that in mind.
Can you? We pull it out again.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
So last two questions. Yeah. Would you happen to know if one? I can remember her name. It was the widow of Tearfing. Yeah.
Bianca Norgrim.
Bianca Norgrim is in the capital right now.
Kind of like pulls out his collar. I was told by mutual friends to stay away from that woman and her family. So I keep my head down. She might, but my good friend was very specific about me staying away from her. He's kind of like tugging his collar a bit.
say anything about this next question. Okay, so what would be the civilian outlook on Cassius? Just like another politician, or is he like known? Or...
So, it's possible. Like, so there's not a politician named Cassius Cato Aurelius. The only one that might fit the description is the chairman of the Council of Five. He's an old elvish man, supposedly. He doesn't go out much anymore. But he supposedly is one of the oldest people around. So it could be him, could not be.
Are they chairman of five just generally understood to be here in this town, like, or do they travel often?
He tends to stay in this town. Yeah, he says he doesn't go out in public much, but he says it's mostly for his health. So if there's a meeting off what's it called, off island, he'll send out a a specific person for it.
Okay. I can't think of anything else to be asking you right now. So I think that's all I require of you for now. Perhaps I'll come again.
Of course. My wares are open for you at any time. Kind of winks. He gestures at the table he has laid out, which is just various things.
Do we start to walk away?
Yeah.
Chudo's gonna lean in towards Zenos. Hey, Zenos.
What is
Is that man an information broker?
a certain kind.
Did I just have that conversation I had with that guard within 5 feet of an information broker?
I wouldn't worry about it.
You wouldn't. No offense, but he didn't seem very against giving you information about other people.
I have a certain friend who's
He kind of
No
looks
one
at
else
you.
has to get an in with the information broker. Only me.
He looks at you and then looks forward and then looks back at you. I think that just made me more nervous. And then he keeps walking.
Oh god.
Out of character, fuck you, Cook. Because I thought about it and I was like, nah, I have no reason to think that this guy would not be safe to talk in front of. Zenos would say something. And then I look back at you and you're standing there all relaxed with your hands behind your head. I'm like, yeah, I guess it's safe to talk here. You're a real son of a cat.
But I actually thought that conversation happened a couple feet away to where you wouldn't hear that.
I mean, I don't...
They were
An information
screaming to get each
broker.
other 10 feet away.
He was 10 feet away when I was right behind you. And he's an information broker. I'm sure he has pretty good ears when people are yelling in front of him and making a scene. Yeah, no, there's no way anything bad could have happened there. Are we heading back to the bar now? Or was there more errands to run?
So we side cut back to the bar where Amber has that epiphany and marches back over to the Hound where him and Kyoto are sitting.
Yeah, so then I was like, oh, and then all that shit. So she's gonna pull the Hound to the side for a moment, probably to the back somewhere. She's not gonna ask for permission. She's gonna do it anyway.
You want me to pull you down, or?
Probably doesn't matter. Grandpapa,
What?
how did you say your super cool, awesome sword you still have with you was made again?
Kind of like his hand goes to the Moonlight Greatsword, kind of like taps it. This one.
Uh-huh.
It's like I said. You remember in the Echo, I had that wound, correct?
Uh-huh.
For a while after that, we managed to draw the corruption out and contain it in this blade. It took Caliburn's power to do it, but well, between the two, it managed to for well enough. He had horrible whispers, but can't do anything with that.
Do you think that took enough power to, the amount of power it took would be, I don't know, maybe a third approximately of Caliburn's power?
You see him kind of stop and think for a moment, like, huh.
Oh. Oh.
Wait, what? Hang on. That doesn't make sense. I mean, it does, but why didn't Caliburn say something? It,
No,
acknowledged
maybe
it acknowledged the fact that the sword at my side was it.
maybe he wasn't aware entirely or something. Oh, I don't know. Maybe because, it had to be made out of corruption, so maybe that kind of blocked it out or something. Or
Yeah,
something like that.
it's not Caliburn's power right now. It's corrupted.
Yeah.
So we need to uncorrupt it. What the hell? Why does this feel like a house of cards and we just build it up and then it falls down and we have to build it back up? Like a Jenga tower. Do y'all still have Jenga?
Do we still have Jenga?
Yes.
That died
yeah.
12 years ago.
Yeah, we still play Jenga.
It feels like every... how do we purify a blade that, by all rights, we never could figure out how to purify corruption, only contain it?
My first guess, fry it with holy power.
Where are we going to get that kind of holy power?
That's a good question.
Motherfucker.
Should-
We're gonna end up staying in this city for longer. Judo just got fucking recognized. I'm sorry.
It's like, well, we're gonna need the power of the strongest holy sword, and then this party goes over to space to go look for Kaj.
We should probably tell Kyoto.
Yeah, probably. Kind of right. You wait here, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna borrow my friend too, and just like pull him by his shirt.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Kind of like slowly get up. Just like basically like just walk as you're pulling him. What is it?
So you remember how Caliburn was like, "Yeah, no, man, I need to take all 3/3 of me, man, and I only have 2/3 here."
No, but
She's kind of slaps herself in the forehead. Okay.
you
Holly
didn't say that to Kyoto.
No, Holly did. Holly said it to everybody.
Oh yeah, she did make that comment. So okay, yeah. So I remember. You'd be like, I remember Holly mentioning something about it.
Yeah. So basically, Caliburn, for whatever reason, does not seem to realize that third power might actually be inside the Moonlight Greatsword, which is what Grandpa has. Because that was made from Caliburn's power and corruption. But we think that the power might have been corrupted, and that's why he doesn't recognize it. Or it, rather. Swords don't have genders.
Okay, that still does not mean that we could use it to do what we need to do. We need all 3 pieces, and now 2 of the pieces are in a stone that we can't get it out of.
Well, yeah, I mean, we can't get that first piece out of the stone anyway, so it might as well be there too. So at least we have those there, and we know where the third one is. Oh God.
Wait,
But
real quick, out of character, can I get a clarification?
Sure.
Was the Hound unable to draw the sword, or did he choose not to?
he
Chose
literally
not
put
to.
it back in.
Right, he chose not to draw it, so they're not still stuck in there. We
Well,
might be
they're-
able to
okay,
get it back.
that is true.
The only
Actually,
person who can draw it refuses to. So,
so that So then, actually, remembering that what Jane Fish says, well, I mean, it's there, and if we really, really need it, we can take it. Just the guy kind of glances at the hound, but I don't know. That depends. Like you said, we don't know exactly if we can kind of fix that. But still, what brought you over? He could bring you up on that because kind of important. Also, everyone else fucked off to do whatever. So
Yes.
Uh,
Definitely good to know. I'm sure everybody else is fine. Well,
In
maybe
my-
not.
in my mind, so I don't really remember the details of it, and it's not because it's like the other stuff. It was a really long list of shit, and excuse my language, that Alvin and Drusus were just spewing at me, and I was hopped up on a lot of opium for pain. But
not a fan. Makes me very hungry.
presumably we could take the power back out, and well, the issue is it wouldn't be suppressing the corruption anymore.
To
So
be perfectly honest, I don't exactly see why we would. If I was understanding correctly, you left that sword there because you didn't want to see that sword deal with what we wanted to do with it. Yes.
I don't, but
So why would we unlock the power of yours and risk freeing the corruption if we're not going to do that anyway?
because it's still a very strong blade. No matter where the wielder's found, it would still be a great help to the entire world, probably, if I know Caliburn right, and I do. I put a lot of myself into making it, so I think I understand it.
Well, it's very altruistic.
you never found another way of getting rid of this shit. The bad stuff.
He kind of taps his chest. This happened about a month later. So, if they did, I don't know. Doubt Drusus would, and the others, not very easy to contact.
We gotta let everybody else know. I think. See what they think about that.
I'm sorry. You said you were gonna check who thinks about what?
She's gonna wait for everybody else to get back and ask what they think.
Holly and everyone else walks back. We have great news. You know, since you do walk back, we have terrible
news. Yeah.
Good news, everyone. Terrible news, everyone.
By the way, Amber, if I'm allowed to ask, what did Caliburn say to you?
Didn't really say anything exactly. It was, I don't know. I could have taken it, but it just wasn't really it's not the right one for me. If that makes sense. There's
Not sure it does, but
there's something missing. I don't know how exactly to say that, but
so you could have taken it if you had chosen to.
it didn't want to come.
Ah.
Now there's a different one out there for me.
Just kind of like pondering in thought.
Sorry, what?
Kyoto's just kind of like in thought, just kind of standing there.
There's it's kind of a hole I have. I don't know, something's missing.
He's just kind of like thinking. interesting thing.
How about you?
He told me the opposite. He told
Everything's missing. What the?
I'm just a void. He disappears. Like, oh shit!
Yeah, do the slow fade away like that meme.
You figured it out. No.
Kyoto was inside you guys' hearts the whole time.
How could you tell me something if I wasn't real? His clothes fall to the floor, and it's like, ah!
He Obi-Wan's.
The Obi-Wan, yeah.
No, he says that he's like, it was rather fitting, I guess, but it's just the opposite. Told me I already had everything I needed. Whatever that meant.
I think if nonchalantly be like, nothing suspicious about everyone just running into the back room.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Kyoto would head out and sit back at his same place and go back to staring at the bottom of his cup. Or just kind of like looking, just kind of like sitting around.
So who returns first, Omega?
Team goodness.
Team good or team shit?
If this actually leads to huge bad shit going on, I'm gonna be so angry.
The archive people come back first.
We have great news, everyone! No.
The other team doesn't come back at all.
Our god Jujutsu and Shino fighting a giant crab, but is wearing like armor from the world government.
The world governor crab.
Oh, the
Yeah,
governor.
That was actually Cassius. The Cassius y'all saw was just a front.
Ah, the true Cassius, the crab that holds
It's real.
strings.
His
Crab.
final form. Crab's power level is over 530,000.
I mean, Barclay, I assume, would just lore dump all the stuff he learned about the holy swords,
Yep.
and that holy swords can be created through a just powerful smith with amazing materials.
We have a powerful smith. Although he told me we needed a forge. I don't know, maybe did it mention anything about having... should we name the super forge? But I don't know the name of the super forge.
Celestial forge, right?
The planar
Something like
forge.
that. Planar.
Did it mention anything about having a planar forge?
Did
to
it
do
mention
this?
anything about having a planar forge?
No, but you're not sure if that's just like because of like you don't need it, or
That might just be kind of a gimme with peerless materials.
or he might not know about it.
Yeah. No, it didn't mention it, but it's hard to say if it's necessary or not. Peerless materials and a magnificent smith. That's all it said. So I assume a forge to match those.
Yeah, that would make sense. We had a bit of a theory. So how busy is the tavern? Like, is this something that I can reasonably say here without getting overheard? Or is it like we all have to cram into a back room now to discuss that?
So there are. Let me go look. 6 people other than y'all and the people who run the tavern in right now. It's actually all women, ironically enough. Like 4 halflings.
Any of that I recognize.
All of it. Extensive.
Sing.
Oh yeah, Bulma.
What do you think
How
she's
how
up
well
to?
do I
Probably
recognize
something
them?
girly.
Sure, one of them.
Okay, but it's basically like I don't need to know the life story, but basically it's like if it should be suspicious of any of them.
No. Nothing you know of.
Actually, one of them's an information broker.
Yeah.
About the whole 2/3 thing, we might know where the third is. We might actually have the third, but it's in a state right now that is unfamiliar to the rest of the 2/3,
Prepare.
and we're not quite sure how to change that into a familiar state again.
So is this going to be a separate issue, or has our intent with the swords changed?
I mean, for this purpose of kind of what we were set out here to do, it doesn't change anything because we weren't really going to use it anymore anyway. But it's still a strong blade, so if we were going to do anything with it, we would want to handle that. So it's something to keep note of.
Nuts. And so how do we need to fix it? What's the method?
I haven't figured that out yet.
The whole thing is the reason why the third is the way it is right now is because it's made to keep something at bay, kind of. And if we were to turn it back, it would no longer be doing so.
So it would be like holy magic would help, or that's the-
Probably. The thing is, we have actually Holly. Can you do the mental thing? Holly's gonna message it, relay the important bits, which is like they don't know how to get rid of darkness or whatever it was that it's sealing away. Corruption. Like it's corruption inside the Moonlight Greatsword, which is what it was made out of, along with presumably a third of Caliburn's power. They don't know how to get rid of corruption. Aside from sealing it, which is what they did.
So the holy magic does seem like the best bet.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just throwing stuff at a wall and seeing what sticks. But yeah, it makes sense.
I will say, for the record, the process, yes, was holy, but people who did it were arcane casters. So
People who made the sword, he means, or
the ones who made the holy, like he's referring to Alvin and Drusus.
Yeah.
the little light bulb goes off in Holly's head. I know an arcane cleric in the city.
There also is a powerful paladin. We definitely have assumptions around here.
So, perhaps if we wanted to handle that at some point, we could see how to get the spooky stuff somewhere else. Kind of moving it so we can use the other stuff. Or just questions about that. But
At this point, the others would probably arrive.
Hey.
terrible news, everyone.
We're back.
Oh, hey.
I have bad news.
Oh.
Real quick, Omega. Based off of the dude's uniform, was he probably Navy?
Marine.
Marine. Okay.
So yes, the Navy tenant.
Um,
It's the Navy's ground forces.
And I have.
And what is
Hmm.
the name of the leader of the Navy right now? From what we would know?
Like the Lord Admiral?
I assume it wasn't him that he was honor guard to.
No. He was referring to his like command.
Oh, just like his command. So not like a super high up. Okay, never mind.
That's generally what it's referred to. He just kind of fucked up.
Gotcha.
I'll admit he's not the most competent man.
Ha!
No. Either way, there's some sort of meeting. There's an amount of Marines that are on island in the capital. One of them did recognize me, and he shouldn't be a problem. But he like kind of gestures to Xenos.
There is no problem.
There's no other problems then. And then he gestures to Xenos.
Xenos would recite everything he learned. I'm not gonna try to do it word for word because I'm spacing out.
Huh. Okay. I don't know. That's about as much danger as I thought there was here before. I think we're good.
Yeah, mainly they content to say cool stuff, and then like there's nothing super out of the ordinary going on here or anything, and then there's the like that magic virus sickness going around.
Oh, we heard about that too, actually. I know somebody who's treating somebody who presumably has it. He's not quite sure.
It seems to have spread quite quickly over the last 4 months.
Hmm. How well known is that? That's Amber asking both Holly and Xenos. I don't think Holly would know because she didn't hear like how rare it was, but like how basically she's asking like how secret it was.
I would assume it's not that rare of information. That's the reason all these whatchamacallit priests are walking about. The Asclepius priests are about.
Trying to monitor people for that.
Though I can't be sure.
Okay.
It didn't seem very secretive.
Gotcha. Okay. So that doesn't sound great, but you know, just don't drink people's coughs or anything, and probably fine. The other thing, a little bit more concerning, but more danger. She kind of shrugs.
Kind of powerful course at this point.
My assumption would be that it is the Corvo's crew that has taken control of the island near Sekentis.
Yeah, he wasn't feeling good, was he?
It is true. And they do not know the disease. It's apparently the magic virus thing has been happening up north, but it would be possible that he contracted it as well.
Might want to let them know about that.
Amber in Kyoto, make history checks.
I don't remember. Did Sam tell Holly like how he was treating her, or just that he was treating her?
Just that he was treating her.
Okay.
Also, this Rumjunk fellow is not seen as a very big, notable name.
History?
Yep. You in Kyoto.
It's Amber's. Zach.
History's right. Sorry, I've got like I hadn't closed out all the stuff, so I was busy clicking through like all the stuff I had left open on the Roll20, and there was like 15 of them. History. Where did history go? Whoa, a 2.
The symptoms sound kind of familiar to you, Amber. You're not sure why.
Can I have advantage because I have some personal experience with transmitted diseases?
Not
What?
a transmitted disease.
What an argument.
Damn.
Not like that, at least.
So is that to imply that I know you can't get it that way? Because that would make Amber feel a lot better.
No, you don't know that.
Damn it. Okay.
Do you think you might have met someone with these like symptoms before?
How long ago?
You're not certain.
Well, symptoms sound really familiar, but...
Also, on another note is, whatever is pinging as celestials all over the place is not public information. I can probably probe for more info tomorrow regarding those.
Is that something we want to probe about?
Well,
I'm gonna speak so.
The commune with city. So,
more sense at least.
Right. So tomorrow's plan then would be. I don't know. You think you guys can find out more things in that library, or we're done with that? Archive, same thing. Let's not. We looked pretty extensively. Would there be more? Did you think?
Not for holy swords, but I mean, there's plenty of other information you might be able to find depending on what you look for.
Not really about holy swords. We kind of cleaned that place out from that, but if you wanted to know anything else, you think there's a book on
What do you think she's up to?
magic fever or whatever? I could ask my friend about stuff on it. I mean, that works.
Tomorrow I may walk a bit around town, see if I can catch somebody keeping an eye out.
Alone? Oh no, it's so dangerous.
I plan to
That's kind of the point.
head down to the Explorers Guild and get an updated map.
She kind of looks like Kyoto with like flat eyes, like the anime flat eye expression, like you know the irony of like, oh no, you can't go anywhere alone, but then I'm gonna do it for the exact same reason you were gonna do it.
No, he didn't want you meeting with Bianca alone. He's not gonna stop you from wandering around. He just didn't want you going into a meeting with nobody else on your side, basically.
Gotcha. Okay, no, never mind. She wouldn't do that then. That was my misinterpretation. Cool.
And if I may make a suggestion, perhaps it would be worthwhile if we went to the, what was it called, the College of Wizardry?
Yep.
Like a stop by the College of Wizardry and find out if there have been any odd news in the magic category. Particularly, yeah. Well, there was that whole thing with the Draco Lich, which they may be more experts on.
That would be smart. Didn't you mention there was a dragon slaying holy sword? Yes, Echelon. That would be useful for both killing a Draco Lich and for merging with Black Razor.
Also, that other important bit that is apparently on campus.
It was
No.
It was found like either on Tempest or the other. But they're not certain if it would still be there.
It could be anywhere on the ocean.
So, since today is sort of rounding out, I could also commune and ask some questions to Mishakal about the things we want to know about from here. Could ask about the third, whether or not we're on the right track on that. Could ask about Bianca, and see if Mishakal thinks she's a problem for us. And maybe something else.
You should ask whether it's a good idea to leave the city immediately or not.
That would be something. So throughout the session, I've been writing down questions you would want to commune later. She would ask these three if the party is okay with that.
Sure. Yeah, those are fine.
Okay. So, answers. Excuse me. Where did I put that? I can't find her thing. Michael, Mealy, Mika, Milo. Huh, can't I'm
Like her
power
hair.
with MIS? No. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So the answers you would get are. Can you ping commune for me again, real quick?
Yeah, we'll do.
No, you should not. So you should do it for about 5 seconds.
Hey, immediately. I mean, if immediately means now and stop communing with me, idiot. And it's like, wow, okay, I just find. She would ritually cast as well, because no need to use a spell slot if we're just here. She'll do that in her room if it's too obvious.
Oh shit. I can deal with city ritual. It is. What the hell am I been wasting spells on?
Do you not have it turned on to ask you if it's a ritual spell each time to cast it?
Maybe.
I think
if
I,
I- if
normally
I-
click through it.
It was totally turned on,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I'm so used to like clicking past that pop-up stuff. I didn't pay attention.
Hmm.
I could have been doing that the whole time.
So those are the answers you get.
Oh, crap, okay.
Oh, that's reassuring.
Well, good signs. I'll say, just because she isn't hostile doesn't mean that she isn't working against us. But I guess that is kind of it's still a little bit vague, but it's still reassuring in a way.
It's better than the other reply.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah, she is. Oh, shit.
Is
Your
she hostile? I don't know. Does your
Yeah.
neck hurt? What do you mean by?
Oh god.
The best answer is look behind you. I think Dino's would hit the hay.
We don't have any plans for this the day. Like, it's getting kind of late now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about like 9 o'clock right now.
Yeah.
Nope. I don't know who's sharing Kyoto's room, but Kyoto's gonna head up to the room.
Let's see. It'd be Holly in the night, Uranus and Barclay, most likely.
Yeah.
So it's either the Hound or Judo or Xenos.
Probably the Hound.
Yeah, I mean, Judah and Xenos normally sleep in the same room. I don't
The
think.
Hound also doesn't sleep. He just kind of chills there, sitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He lays up staring at the ceiling.
This is my life now.
Oh, before we head to sleep, Barclay would probably ask a question.
Mm.
Didn't you say your captain knew Bianca or something?
Or your
Captain that he is.
That's correct.
Yes. Yeah.
He just kind of shrugs, like, I mean, you could always ask him.
That is true.
Holly does know the sending spell.
We could do with like quiet among this.
Okay.
Ah.
So what sending do we send to Aristoteles at 9 in the afternoon?
You mean at night?
9 at night.
Because it's 9 in the afternoon.
Maybe we should wait until tomorrow, actually.
9 isn't that many.
I mean, generally people during this time would get up and go down with the sun, so I'm assuming we've been up since like 5 or 6 in the morning.
I figure 9 he's still awake. But like even if we wake him up, like what's he gonna like he's just on vacation
God
right now.
damn it.
Can't possibly be that busy.
Can't get a fucking moment's silence here.
Or cut to Aristoteles, he's in a mech right now fighting a giant crab.
I'm sure it's not that big of a deal.
It's like a little thing like phone call from Holly. It's like, not now!
There's a kraken flying through the sky with twin propellers, and he's just holding wave out and flying for no fucking reason.
It's like,
So it's
just
like
keep,
what
just
did he
keep
say?
flying, just keep flying, just keep flying, flying.
So should we do anything, Holly? I don't know, he just said not now and I really okay, that's fine then. No, but it's fine.
Yeah, sending in the morning. Sorry, I was killing a kraken solo, alone. Because I'm that.
In a mech. That's right. I had a mech. So cool.
That I built out of dead crabs that I killed on my own.
Oh,
Like a mech
no
that I
mech.
built out of dead giant crabs.
The first mech lost, but I made a better one out of smaller, more effective crabs.
Turns out there's the
Uh,
more crab you use, the stronger it is.
Sending. God, what do we even say?
I don't know. Hey,
Did he know that we?
Is your old captain an asshole?
She's not even my. Never mind. Not gonna
We
say
miss
anything.
you. Come back. We are lost.
Make all of our
We are
decisions for us.
lost. It was a lot easier, I'm sure. All right. So he knows that we're here and what we're doing. I'm pretty sure, 'cause we would.
Yes,
Keep him
Lothar, I'm
updated. Okay,
sure,
so-
would have told me.
So we don't have to update him on that at least.
No.
No, I used up all my settings talking about this new beer I got. Pretty good, you know.
Lothar sends it 25 to 50 words a day of just random bullshit that has nothing to do.
That's probably what a lot of them are.
It's also probably a lot of shit talking Kyoto. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Goddamn cat, I need it back. This shit face over here thinks he can run things. I mean, that's what he's making us do. This is awful.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, is this good? She would relay this with the party.
Alright, this would be his response.
Yeah. Watched by Red Orb.
Oh, Jesus.
Not that I wanted you to tell him and remind him that Bianca existed, but he does have information he really should be telling her. And this is a great excuse for that to happen.
Holly, actually, that also reminds Holly she has sendings to send to people that she was just told today she hasn't been sending to people.
Like,
Oh gosh.
there's a good chance that she already knew this, but man, would he feel like shit if he just never told her that he thinks this. Because, to put it in perspective, he found out where her husband is, or where he thinks her husband is, and he just never sent her. Like, he is almost certain of that. You know?
that.
Funny that he never did that until just now. This can't go poorly, right?
Everyone
She-
take a kudo. Everyone take inspiration. It's been a good session.
Yeah.
Do we get inspiration on both characters, or do we pick?
Fuck it, why not?
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you did
Fuck
such
yeah.
good roleplay.
I'll allow it.
And
Alright,
I
so
gotta
let's
give
see
one
what-
to Tengu, and I gotta give one to Drewston.
Well, I'll be right back while you type that up.
Oh
So, alright, Pengu, I need you to work 7 days overtime. Actually, you know what? You've been great. You're gonna work 7 days overtime anyway, but you know that I appreciate it.
my
Now
god.
go fucking do it. Stop being lazy. God damn it.
Nah. Wouldn't have to raise his voice to Tengu, he would just say that calmly. And then he would yell at Crinkle. Like, what the fuck, Crinkle? I told you to work 100 hours a week and this is all you give me?
God.
You know what, we're docking your pay again. You have to give us the silver now.
God damn it, Crinkle. I require at least 168 hours of work every week. Like, that's every hour in the week. Exactly. I don't want to see any slacking.
If you keep complaining about it, I'll up that to 200.
Like, that's not even possible. Figure it out.
Figure it out, bitch.
Go ask Nix how to do it.
I don't crunch the numbers. That's your job.
Go ask Nix to help out on that. There could be 2 of you during the week.
He knocks a stack of calculators over like, there's the numbers. Crunch them, bitch.
Crinkle's gonna kill me one day.
Ah,
Oh my god. Yeah, as soon as somebody brought up Bianca, I was like, holy fuck, Aristoteles never told her. And I felt bad
Wow.
because that's,
what were
you
you
know.
planning on telling her?
I know where her husband went missing to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, probably important.
Which also she might go to war with the world government over that, so that'll be great.
Yeah.
See how that goes.
No, that's fine. It's a distraction for us. It's good.
The city just starts to burn around y'all, and y'all just like give a thumbs up and then sneak walk out of the city.
So I don't know if I'm supposed to.
Everyone's just like, wow.
Fuck
I-
or Ishmael.
I always
Uh,
imagined it this way, and now that I'm watching it, it's even better.
Ishmael is Aristoteles' former captain, who helped that got into slavery with him, and who we now know is with the Lord Admiral out
Doing
Ah,
shit. Yeah.
Bianca is his wife, who is the one currently wielding the sword that when you draw it, you have to kill someone.
Yep. Or at least draw blood.
Yeah. And also the one whose eye is most likely following.
Yep.
Aristoteles completely forgot to tell her that he thinks he knows where her husband is, even though she might know. She might be aware of it. But still something he probably should have felt the need to do a month ago when he found out.
Not find names in the list. There it is. Alright, let me check.
You guys again, but I sure can't help.
Bulma!
What do you think she's up to?
Probably something girly.
For the record, if it cuts off, he would just immediately send another sending. Just in case.
That doesn't.
Her hair.
If I hadn't had the ellipses, I would have been able to put everything I wanted, but the sending has the ellipses.
Ah.
So Holly got to sending.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, we did. We did quite a show.
In Times Square.
Oh, in the square, not Times Square. Oh,
Ah.
habit playing too much Spider-Man. I'm sorry.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's not like, I mean, most of y'all made a pretty big showing.
Here's another sending.
Well, you can respond to that.
Oh yeah,
Or Brian, what didn't we do in Times Square?
Well,
Oh,
I mean,
you know,
we had
Amber just did her thing.
Somebody caught on fire, who's also kind of a fugitive in this town. We had an entire thunderstorm being created by a cat person. We had literal spectral ghosts all trying to pull the sword out at once.
And almost succeeding.
And almost succeeding.
Let me
Then we
clarify
had
that.
Kyoto, who
Those
just
showed
kind of
up-
sat there.
Those showed up after the sword started going back in.
Yes.
So the knight pulled out the sword to that extent by himself. He was trying to keep it out with the others' help.
Yeah. And then Kyoto kind of pulled it a little bit too. And Judo almost pulled the earth from, like, its axis.
I was gonna say, and then another man just removed his arm in front of the hole.
Yeah, like...
So like the sun is above Jado and he's pulling on it, and he keeps pulling and pulling, and the sun gets
Actually,
bigger and bigger.
I won't say what it was, but there was an effect that came with Judo as well.
There was an effect?
Yeah, there was a descriptor that went out to everyone as Judo tried to pull the sword.
It looked like he was super pissed, which is very, very unusual for him raging.
Did I say that?
Yes.
He definitely raged.
He did rage, but it was the normal cool rage. Or calm rage. But no, afterwards, he did describe something. It doesn't.
I did consider for like a split second, do I make Amber catch fire and pop wings? And I'm like, yeah, she would do that, because there's no way she wouldn't.
So we hard cut to Aristoteles, whose head just slams into his desk as he hears that. And then this would be the message to Bianca after that.
Oh.
Yep.
Why?
Yep.
Oh boy!
Guess we're meeting.
God, they gotta invent Skype in this world.
Look, this is what he would understand from the messages.
I
We're gonna
am
go get Corvo
upsetty
and have him
spaghetti
come home.
at you right now, Dubin.
She asked, should we contact her? Look, I'm
So-
just playing Aristoteles how he should be played, okay?
Should we contact her? Does not equate. Hey, they want to talk to you.
I mean, she already knows you're there. She's watching you, clearly.
I mean,
You're not going off her
actively
radar.
watching
Probably
you.
is best to clear that up.
He was just watching us in the square.
Collect them tomorrow. I don't like the sound of that.
She knows where you are.
Oh, son of a bitch. I'm not actually worried for my crew. I'm worried for my friends that are in this tavern.
I mean, I don't think anything bad will happen.
Probably not, but I don't know. Ember thought she was safe here, and she was right, but she never thought if her friends were safe here.
Huh. Oh, good.
I don't even know what the fuck we're gonna say. Hey, give us your story.
Oh, question just to understand how it works. If you send someone that has never sent a sending, never been sent before, does it like inherent like knowledge that they can reply to it?
I believe so.
Okay.
What would be the most likely adjective used to describe Bianca?
Driven.
Violent.
Hang on, I'll find an image of what I'm imagining her to be right now.
Driven.
We've seen her before. Driven.
No, I know, like I've seen her, but I'm gonna post an image of a different character and then kind of show what her impression is to me now.
So you did a commune again, and you asked that same question. Like, is she aggressive to us? And now it's like, hell yeah.
The only time you saw her kind of like deviate from what she would do is around Ishmael. He was the only one, though.
What does her order stand for?
I believe she's the Paladins of Vengeance.
Yes, she is the one who heads the Oath of Vengeance.
And heads of vengeance. What is there?
So let me give you their specific tenets they live by.
For the record, I didn't tell you how many of there you were, so you could just send Amber with her if you really want to. You know, the rest of you might just be nobodies.
The specific tenets are fight the greater evil, no mercy for the wicked, by any means necessary.
And what is her particular target?
Aristoteles believes that would probably be devils.
Devils.
Look, we got along fine, okay? I mean, by fine, I mean I returned the boat and we never spoke again.
Yeah.
I will point out that Ishmael's second in command, his first mate, was a tiefling.
Look, we helped her. We did our. It'll be fine. Y'all will be fine.
You don't choose whether you're a tiefling. That's all I'm saying. I feel like that might get taken into account.
So, what does Holly say after she gets that?
Yeah, I'm typing that out now.
Oh, I am.
To be fair, I was said, should we contact her? Not, is it a good idea to contact her? I was making your job easier.
You never answered our question.
Contact me. The same question.
I said yes. Clearly the answer was yes, because he did it for you.
No, because all we got was I forgot to tell her some shit.
When we went into the session, I didn't think Aristoteles would be the one to fuck us off.
We asked, should we contact her, and all we got back was, oh shit, how did I forget to I forgot to say something to her. I'll send her ASAP.
Yeah, exactly.
And then nothing else.
I mean, he was contacting her, clearly. Look, I'm just saying it is way better for y'all to be upfront with her than be the ones under her eye, okay?
Oh.
All he knows is that she was following you.
We should just leave.
Something in the center of the city, and so she was watching you.
We should just leave.
I'm not running from them. They're not scared. We're fine.
I don't believe you.
We're completely fine. We're fucking completely fine.
We decide who can go.
Can't just run the second there's like a slight amount of danger.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you have to be brave enough to be a coward, okay? And that's what Kyo's being right now.
Don't want to have to do that all the time, which is why I want to stay.
Oh man, this is great.
The real brave people are the people who aren't afraid to be cowards.
Look, we'll get a bunch of stuff cleared up. There's no reason she'd go all vengeance.
Like 1,000 miles away on a different island. Shit.
Look, I mean, there's no way she's like level 20, right? At best, she's 18. It's not like she could. Well, I mean, she could.
Yeah, it's not like she could.
Order with her.
It's not like she could just insta-kill all of us if she tried, right? Oh wait.
No. I'll tell you that much. No. She. I mean, she could maybe one turn like Lothar Aristoteles if she got really high rolls, but yeah, I mean, y'all can do that too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jido could one turn Lothar.
Holly would relay these sendings as they come in, and after she like replies to them, would say what she got and what she said back. So basically, revealing the whole all that to people. Oh, she knows we're here. Okay, that's great. No, it's wonderful. You guys happen to want to stay at a different tavern?
We need to leave. At least this place.
Doesn't that seem incriminating?
That is actually true. Yeah, she's making. No, he's saying like she knows that we're here and is sending someone to come here. So if we leave, it makes us look worse.
Gino's already went to his room.
We'll be fine.
I mean, Aristoteles says no issue. She didn't seem hostile to him.
I did not expect him to just kind of go ahead and. Well, I mean, if he did that, I trust him. He's captain and all, so.
Whatever. So you decided.
Thumbs up. All right. Well, tomorrow's plans are pretty set then.
What was the joke earlier in the session? Let's just go get Aristoteles to make all of the decisions for
Yeah.
I'm
us.
gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and see to
maybe
some
you are a
rules
little bit.
first.
Maybe you're getting a little. You're missing a little bit of the responsibility, huh? Maybe we should bring you back.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good point. No, to be honest, I didn't even think of it as like a thing. And he didn't either. Because damn, it's just like, oh yeah, Cap's wife. Perfect. I have a contact in that city. They should meet up with them.
No.
Yeah, that's
Hell,
what
she could
happened,
be on the
yeah.
payroll for Amber's dad.
I mean, look, I didn't think that through, okay?
I mean-
All I know is that Aristoteles thought, oh my god, they met Bianca? I know Bianca, that's a contact. She's nice. I should send them to her.
That's one of the
She
most
does not
So
sound.
he
She does not sound like a nice person.
One
In
of the most
fact-
anti-evil paladins in like the world. They just said to go meet Amber.
He's probably like sitting
She's
there
not
head up on
completely
the desk
evil!
looking really content with himself, like he did something good for the group. Like, I helped them from a distance. I'm a good
the
guy.
rest of us
You're
are
the one who
fucking.
runs around getting more souls.
Kyoto's
I'm a good
sweating
guy.
bullets.
Good guy echoes as we're walking to the fucking gallows.
It's
I'm
the
a
scene
good
from the
guy,
beginning of Pirates of the
guy,
Caribbean
and the-
3 or whatever.
Yeah, she's
Steve,
like, don't worry,
Steve,
guys, we've got
Steve,
nothing to
Steve,
worry about. And there's like that ripple effect, and it's just like us hanging from the gallows.
Oh, it's the car.
I bet you're wondering how I got here.
This is how my story ends.
Let's rewind it.
Ha! Joke's on you, I'll just burn the rope, idiots.
Okay, so next day.
Alright, okay.
Next day.
Probably about 7 in the morning.
Damn, that was early.
It would be probably, let's see, who would come and collect y'all? Yeah.
See, hearing the word collect us already makes me worried.
Yeah, that specific word, like "come get you" is different. "Come collect you" is like,
Yeah, but
That's
y'all
not
don't know. You don't know about the collect. I just said that she'll come get you. So you guys are
It
using
would
meta game.
it would be
Fuck off.
Violet, who would be knocking at your doors.
Who?
Violet New, the bartender and the waitress.
So I'm also there then.
Yes.
Not even a roll
No,
or a question. You just assume it happened.
Yeah.
Jesus.
If you need rolls, I'll roll them, but I'm trying to move it along.
This world needs the Me Too movement. That's all I'm saying.
Um,
You need to knock louder. Kyoto's a really heavy sleeper.
He probably didn't sleep much last night, let's be honest. He was too busy wondering how we're going to die.
there's a
Oh,
there's a goblin outside for she's asking for, and I quote, the Tamagaharan fellow.
The what?
Tamagaharan fellow.
Gil's got his jaw clenched already. 7 in the morning. His jaw is like he's got a locked jaw.
Yep, that's you, dude. She like kind of points at you. She's still got jammies on.
I like that Kyoto's the most notable out of all of us. She could have said the man made of metal or the tabaxi, but no, the Tamagaharan is who she pointed out.
Yes, no shit, Emma. He goes down, kind of
I will-
pulling his gi.
I will also say, Amber, she also had a letter for you.
Yes. Yeah, she did.
You wouldn't have gotten it at this point.
She did.
instructed
She
to
did.
give it to both of you at the same time.
Of course she did.
So there would be a goblin with what looks to be a pseudo dragon resting on her shoulder.
Oh, perfect.
Just kind of basically kind of fiddling with her hands as y'all come down. It's like, oh hiya! He's yeah, you just like the two I was supposed to send a message to.
Oh,
Sorry
it is
about how
too
early it
early
was.
in the morning for this.
Sorry about how early it is, but the boss wanted to make sure I caught y'all before y'all left the thing. It was, I went to 3 places that didn't have y'all at them. It was kind of awkward. Yeah. Well, she kind of like shuffles around and hands you each a letter. I will just, say, want to see who it's from. He said you probably wouldn't want to read it, but he also said, you probably want to read it all the way through.
Uh-huh.
Well,
I think
for
I
him,
know who this is from. Who is
it?
it from? For looking at the letter.
So it is got a seal that has VH on it.
VH.
Okay. I'm gonna read my letter.
It basically says, if your friend ends up throwing the letter away, please find it and read it, because I feel like it's pertinent to his continued safety.
What if he
And I
breaks
mean
it?
that in the best way possible, as I'm concerned for him. Well, less so concerned for him and something that he probably would like to do.
I guess.
Do you know who this is from, Kyoto? I'm curious.
I don't know.
Oh,
I
God.
can't think of anything.
The H stands for Horkin Fiend.
It does not stand for work.
It does not. No, I'm pretty sure I know.
Remember,
who
it
this
is.
from.
Okay. Yeah, I will read my letter.
Alright, let me actually type this out, because this is kind of important. Well, it has the possibility of being important. Or Kyoto could just say, fuck it, I don't care.
I have no idea who it
But-
happens to be on.
It's like,
I am.
make
I
sure
am
to read the
almost
letter
100%.
in case he doesn't. And then she looks over and he's like tearing it apart. Like,
Oh
It's
my
like
God, would
already
it,
burned.
would it hurt if I said my guess out loud, or should I keep that?
I would like for him to read it first. Just in case
Understood.
him understanding who it is will have bad effects.
It's Lothar!
Hey, I wanted to send you a letter! Alright.
where the hell have you been? I've been looking for you everywhere. You haven't done your job yet. God damn it.
I used my pen name. B8.
Just because you're going away
Yep.
from the shit doesn't mean you have to stop working.
You are correct.
Okay. Okay, I thought so. Just double check. I like to guess things correct.
Mhm.
I'm bad at guessing.
I am currently opening
Oh,
every
wait,
NPC
wait,
sheet
wait,
to
wait.
see which one it is, but I don't think I know it off.
God, there are so many NPCs. Fuck it, it's this guy.
Oh man, good luck. Good luck. Clearly,
Yeah,
it's
I remember his name now.
it is Violent Horkenfield.
Oh god, not shit.
Not just Horkin Fiend. Horkin Fiend who has gone beyond all Horkins and Fiends.
It's
Shin
Devil
Horkin Fiend. Yeah, oh go no! Not the
Super
belts.
commie Horkin Fiend.
Not the belts.
Oh my god, that's Super Sage and God Horkenfiend Super Sage.
Super-
Devil.
Super Horkin commie fiends.
The legendary Super Fiend.
Oh,
Please come meet me at my lair, Vivian Twisty.
Vivian H. Twisty. I forgot the T
That-
at the end of
Her
the
middle,
first part.
Vivian Hero Twisty. That totally fits her.
I knew the true villain hadn't shown themselves yet.
I knew you would arrive, Kyoto Endo.
Just kill me now, I can't fight you.
Of course you cannot. I am all powerful.
I am
Fuck,
the god
I'm running out of
hyper-
NPC tabs.
I am the god of extreme hyperdepth.
I'm the god of extreme hyperdepth.
Oh, I literally ran out of them, unless I skipped it. So I have no clue.
Yeah, me too. I'm fucking so good.
I apologize that I didn't type this before, but
No, it's fine.
All good. I am hyped to see what's in the letter. I like the idea that you finish typing this up, and then Kyoto throws it on the floor and says, "Don't care," and then leaves.
Oh God, that'd be. Look.
No, he looks at it. His hands are trembling, and then he crumples the paper and he looks up and screams, "God damn you, Voldemort, Hitler!"
Oh no! Not Voldemort, Hitler. He's
Oh my
magic
God.
and a Nazi.
He's the worst guy since Sauron Mussolini.
That bitch. Oh God.
Don't get me started on Darth Stalin.
God.
Giving him like a real ideas for that. Sorry, that's space.
Yeah. Oh man.
Look, all I'm saying is in this campaign, if we don't stop somebody from making an atom bomb, I'm gonna be real upset.
I'm
Oh my
so hyped for Darth Stalin.
Probably gonna stop Lothar, to be honest.
You'll never stop up. It's too late. He's got all the
It's a
time he
bunch
needs
of,
while you guys are in the capital.
Lothar is making Pengu clones that just tackle cities and self-destruct, like breaking them all.
So he's literally just the Penguin from Batman at this point.
Yes. You're not sure where the Lothar ends and the Pengu begins.
Right.
I was always the penguin, see?
How long is this Penguin? See?
Cobblepot!
Cobblepot! Where's Cobblepot?
That video is so
I was
fucking
kicked out of
funny.
the Rob Jack's crew is because I was too evil.
Yeah, that's it.
Here's some entertainment while we wait.
I'm almost done.
I know.
Oh, I've seen this before. It's great.
Did it like 30 times.
No,
So good.
he's just
College humor's
just
Batman's
going to a
amazing.
farm.
Yeah, you know the
Do you
same
not
farm where my
understand the
dad
concept of death?
One rule. Yeah, I mean, once you look at the guy,
He's asleep.
He's
No,
just
wait,
sleeping.
Oh, I see what's happening. You guys don't know this. When criminals fight me, it's exhausting because I'm good. So they have a nap afterwards.
wait, you
Sorry, I
can't
have
be.
to
This, you think
name the little
you
goblin
think they're
girl.
sleeping?
Look at that poor little guy. He's all tuckered out.
Oh my God! Do you not know what death is?
I totally know what it is. Don't be stupid. Let's back it up a little bit to talking about what a hero I am.
Batman, you have to know what death. I mean, your parents were shot and killed.
My parents were shot. Yes, but they're alive. On a special farm.
They were on a farm.
They're on a special happy farm.
I never noticed this. Within a minute, there's a dude just hanging behind him,
Play.
like from his neck.
Kyoto looks
My memes.
Just like the way he's just like twitching.
Understand what you find.
Kyoto looks up from the letter and just has this face and stares off into the distance.
It's a very plausible situation. Old rich people go to farms.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? I'm the one you're after. Yeah.
I gotta bring back my Batman
Wow.
character.
See, this is what we're talking about. What you just did. You killed that guy.
Yes. That head wound.
Wait, which one? You had a lot of grumble voice.
You are me.
Oh God.
The Batman one, that was the Bard, and it was Jacob's one shot.
Oh, yeah.
He got stranded. I think.
No, Pon, you're confused. This is Kyoto's face after he reads the letter.
You make sure.
Yeah, that's more accurate, I think.
I will only pop it up to Kyoto for now.
I don't know who it is, but I want to guess the first name is Vanessa.
It's not.
I really wish the first name was Vanessa.
God.
Is it the one that wasn't Kiyohime, but the other one?
So I can reveal it now because I heard the oh god. It was the
No,
only
I know.
person.
I figured it who. I figured out who it was. I was saying more of just what he was proposing.
This is the only person with VH in the campaign right now, as far as I know.
Yep.
Ah.
Yeah, I would not have guessed that.
That he was so new, I didn't remember. I just know how
First thing that came there. I remembered the V, and I had to like go through, and I was like, "What was his last name?"
Yeah, I was going through the NPCs, and I saw him, and I was like, "Shit, that's right. That's who he is."
All I see in my mind is sardines.
It's fair. It's fair.
So
I really
Kyoto's
want his-
just like standing there reading this thing. You just see him very like methodically like fold it into like half and then half again, so it's a square. He slowly and methodically puts it into like a pocket.
So
and he's like, what?
my letter says, and my letter was literally telling me to read the letter if you didn't read it.
I've read the letter.
And
we have enough going on at the moment. We can talk about it later.
So am I supposed to just tell him maybe? The goblin kind of speaks up. She's like towing the ground.
Tell him I've read the letter.
Okay.
Okay.
She kind of like looks around and like puts a silver piece on the table. Like he said, just in case, buy y'all breakfast because it's kind of rude to wake people up. I'm gonna just leave. I hope y'all have a nice day.
You too. Thank you so much for your help.
Of course, yeah. Nice meeting y'all. She kind of like does a little bow.
She's cute. Anyway, what the fuck does the letter say?
It's just, it involves like the tavern's like empty, right?
More or less, yeah. It's literally the only people out there right now are Violet and Old Nick.
Okay, still too many people.
Wait, no, Violet's there. We can talk in your room.
Very well. Nope, head up.
Thanks, bye for the wake up. And then, yeah, head up.
2 waves.
Do you kick the hound out?
He would not kick the hound out, no. I don't think he'd really... He wouldn't throw any of the crew out if they all followed him in.
Well, it's just him and Amber right now.
Okay. Oh, we were the only two that got woken up. Okay.
Yeah.
It was just a letter talking about the situation with Hulk and Feet.
Oh. So more relevant to you, I guess.
That's one way of putting it, yes.
What do you think she's up to?
Right. Yeah.
Very out of the blue.
Well, I'm sure you want to handle that at your own pace. Don't just try to handle it all alone, though. We're all here for you.
Sure is nice to see you guys again.
It's not exactly a group deal that I'm currently involved in.
Well, like you said, wandering into a meeting alone isn't ever really the smartest thing to do.
I don't think I'm going to be meeting right now.
Yeah, but whenever, you know? Yeah. So we'd, don't bring that up to Holly for now, huh?
No.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna get you some breakfast, something without sardines on it. She, like, kind of claps him on the shoulder, goes off to get pancakes or something.
He's fairly stone-faced.
Please tell me that Varian Heathcliff uses an umbrella made out of sardines to fly.
No, that'd be wasteful. He just can't fly through the powers of sardines.
Why the fuck would he Mary Poppins his way through the world?
I'm Mary Poppins, yo.
Because it'd be amazing. Dude, I would take a umbrella flying any day.
So I'll send you something, Omega, that Kyoto's going to be doing while this is going on?
Sure.
So Hound's like, so what are you gonna do? As Kyoto like takes his sword and like puts it through his face.
Fuck it.
You ever hear the tale of Stratos the Bold?
Oh no. He gathers everybody up together, sits down. You guys are fucked. And there goes Kyoto.
I'm pretty sure stabbing myself would make everything pretty much absolutely worse immediately.
The second tavern death in a row. Jesus Christ.
No, not murdering himself, just killing his soul.
Oh gosh.
Turning into a full-on demon, horrible monster samurai.
Well, I mean, it depends on how you view not having a soul. They could just be extremely monotonous and boring. Only having like a single personality trait left to like make them a person. Who would ever make a
Apparently no
character
free
like that?
will. Yeah.
I hope you feel that someone's missing.
He has a chariot with two very large sardines on the front that ride through town.
Something girly.
Don't ask how it is. Just but he cooks them every day because he's not wasteful, and then he gets new ones.
Some vampires use sanguine magic. He uses sardine magic.
You're not wrong.
Sure is nice to see you guys.
I know I'm not wrong. That's the scary part. I don't understand sardine magic. So, can we do this? This is like one of the coolest images I've ever seen.
What 1900 people thought life would be like in the year 2000, balloons supporting Lake.
Why?
The idea of like, I've always liked retrofuturism, which is like the 60s
Yeah.
sci-fi, because it's cool to me to imagine like how people would think today was gonna happen. You know, because today is actually pretty boring, and how we think year 3000 is gonna happen is likely gonna be much more boring than we think it is.
You're thinking
I
we're
know
gonna
the-
make it another 1,000 years.
The year
that's
3000 is
assuming.
I'm expecting the day of
Yeah.
judgment to come before then.
the year 3000 will probably be significantly different because if you think about it, the year 1000 compared to the year 2000, extreme difference. Like it might not be what we think it is,
that's
but there
fair.
will be progress, right?
So
Now,
2000,
what we think,
2100 then would be.
yeah, but we think 2100 will
Yeah.
probably be pretty mundane. Because like Back to the Future thought that modern time was going to have hoverboards and shit, and we instead got things with wheels that we call hoverboards to feel better about ourselves.
Yeah.
That's
I hate
so
those.
depressingly
so
true.
much, Yeah. I like their hoverboard. They're on the floor. They're still on the floor. It doesn't hover.
So are we?
Slide.
What's happening?
So,
I thought he was writing something to him.
I finished writing. I was just waiting for you guys to kind of finish vamping.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. You can walk down. Just, How long did this the conversation take? I'm assuming like at least 15 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Is there any of the Violet or the other bartenders down there still, or no?
Yeah, Violet is. She seems to work the morning.
Which way did the goblin go?
She went, and she would give you directions that would lead over to over here.
All right. I don't know. Is anybody else down there at the moment or no?
Amber literally just went down to get you pancakes, so she's probably holding 2 plates of pancakes, kind of confused.
I have to go tell something to the goblin. I should be back shortly.
All right. Can you do me a favor?
As long as it's not suicidal.
That's kind of the favor. Don't kill yourself.
I don't mind.
If it gets to, just be safe, man.
I literally just have to tell her something. I'm not even going to a meeting.
Yeah, no, I'm just worried about you,
Nah, don't. That's my job for everybody else. You'd probably, take a peanut from the bar and head out.
Jackass. Want some pancakes, Bai?
Sure.
I will give her Kiana's pancakes.
I thought they were all I thought those were both for you.
No, she said she was gonna get you pancakes.
I thought she said she was going to get pancakes.
No, they were for. She said, "I'll get you some breakfast, probably pancakes, something without sardines in it."
Oh, I thought she said I was just getting pancakes.
I don't think she could eat 2 plates. She probably, if she wanted to eat 2 plates of pancakes.
You can drink lava. You can handle 2 plates of pancakes.
It's just putting your mind to it.
I don't think pancakes are as dense as rocks.
That's fair.
But Kyoto will head down the street. Is he able to catch up to the goblin, who I'm assuming that's the name in the letter?
Yes. That is the name. And yes, you do manage to catch up to her. She's rounding a corner. And then the pseudo dragon sees you and kind of nips her. It's why you bite me like that?
Boy.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
You said the letter said I was to tell you a time and place, and hold on, let me. God damn it, I shouldn't have. There we go. The time, date, and location.
Yeah.
Shit, now I gotta think about this out of character. What would be the best place?
And boss said you're welcome to bring as many people as you like. It's your prerogative, not his or mine. I don't know why it'd be mine, but I just wanted to make that clarification on that qualifier.
Alright. Out of character, do we know how long we're going to be staying in this city?
No clue.
Nope.
I think you guys are kind of just day to day at this point.
We did the boat there for we said 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, we left it with a lot of time just in case. Yeah.
Okay. So you'd basically say, the room that I'm staying in, which I'm assuming you can figure out, sent the thing there. It's 7 in the morning, right?
At this point it's about 7:30.
7:30. Tonight at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock or something late, so that everybody else can handle their stuff afterwards. And if for whatever reason I cannot make that meeting, tell him not to hold it personally. Something must have come up otherwise. Something where I am indisposed.
I will tell him that. The response would probably be that if it's something he could help with, he probably will. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that, because Boss Man kind of gets into trouble sometimes. He means well, he's just very... Yeah.
I am unsurprised.
Well, I will wish you a good day and hope nothing bad happens to you. I'm going to go stand outside of a shop for the next 6 hours waving a flag.
You just got no response to that. He's just gonna turn around and just walk back.
Should have got her some pancakes too.
But he would come in and be like, "Is Amber still downstairs?"
She's probably eating pancakes, yeah.
Amber, make sure you're here at 10 o'clock tonight.
Okay. I'm trying to give her all your pancakes. I didn't know you were coming back that soon. You can have the last one I didn't eat though. I'm pretty good.
Does it look like she wants me to eat the pancake?
She's like, you just woke up. She's assuming you're gonna eat breakfast, so she's trying to be nice.
He already had breakfast. He had a peanut.
But that's not breakfast.
How does Kyoto survive?
How is
Maybe
it?
that's why he's so sad all the time, because he doesn't eat food. When was the last time he ate dinner?
He's just on edge.
Gotta get all your basic minerals. I'm pretty sure pancakes on the food pyramid somewhere.
It's bread.
Bread. There, you gotta have a whole lot of that, man.
He will sit down and he will eat the last pancake.
There you go. Yeah.
Amber's just sitting there. That's right, fucker. You better eat that.
He just like sticks his mouth down, like his finger down his throat, just throws it up on the bar. Fuck you too, Amber.
It's like,
Power move.
all right, I'm rescinding his room.
No.
So just be here at 10.
10 o'clock tonight. I'll go make sure everybody else knows, and then I'm off to go be bait for anybody who's trying to follow us.
That sounds awful. Cool.
I don't. Doesn't just because I'm bait doesn't mean I'm going to get cut.
I may wander around for a bit. I don't know yet. I'm not gonna go too far.
Well, very well. And it'll go tell everybody else to make sure they're back at the bar at 10 o'clock. And then
What about
he's
the
gonna.
meeting person with
Do you tell them why?
No. He didn't. Maybe didn't tell Amber why. He's not gonna tell you guys.
Okay. Yeah, Holly wouldn't ask. But...
The Biancan messenger never arrived to it.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh yeah, that's true. He'd probably stick around for that at first.
It would be around 10 o'clock that an elvish woman would walk in.
Oh wow, she's like polite and waited till morning. What a good person.
I mean, that's like, to be fair, that's like when fourth period starts for me.
Oh, okay. This is not gonna change anything probably, but I'm gonna. Holly would have sent another sending that night, but I'll do that while. Yeah.
If everyone's down at the bar, this is the woman you see. She sees Amber and kind of makes a face. Like, oh god, not her.
She her eyebrows kind of go up a little bit, and she gets the soft smile, like, how you been?
My name is Halanestra Genrile, and Lady Norgrim requests whoever's presence wishes to explain themselves in the meeting.
That carries a connotation.
I was told that you and your lot wanted to meet with her.
You see Kyoto's eyebrows slowly raise.
You were made aware of this. Holly told you all of the sendings.
Yeah.
I mean, you weren't aware that Aristoteles was the one who really directly set up the meeting.
Casual interest, but now I know that you're involved.
Business
Is
before
there anyone Amber hasn't fucked?
This person.
This
for lack of trying, it seems.
No, Amber has tried to quote get Riley with Gen Riley, and it has not worked. She doesn't. She's not a perfect sex machine. She can't like swoon everybody.
No.
I had asked Omega like if there's notable people who Amber has or hasn't gotten with, because I imagine it's on a scale of between Vi and then that scene where Jack Sparrow sees the wenches and they slap him on sight. This is around that category.
Yeah.
Team is like a family to me, and I'm your abusive stepdad. Now take off your shirt.
Lady Norgrim would also like to
Oh, this is how
inform you
far
as long as
basketball!
Her father was a dedicated physiotherapist. She's been studying
keep
the
your
male body
weapons
since she...
sheathed, no spells cast, and come and go peacefully You shall be under. Yeah. Let me. I'm trying to remember what this is called. It's guest rules.
Like the
diplomatic
breaking-
immunity?
No. It's a thing I've already established. Like it's what y'all did with the ice giant.
Oh god, what is the word?
Parlay? It's kind of
No.
it's like
No.
professional parlay.
It
It's
effectively
like-
comes down to like guest privileges or guest rights.
She's been studying the male boss
Yeah.
since she... Well, since she shouldn't have been
Basically
allowed to
means
study
like
the
as
male
long
boss.
as
They
you
say
know
she can tell what a
you
guy's
don't
dick
act like an
like
asshole
just by
or
looking
try
in
to
her
like
eyes.
fuck with me.
Yeah.
You'll be safe as a guest under my roof.
I want you so raw.
What?
I think she means you have raw talent.
You fucking heard me.
Google would work with me.
Yeah, I mean, Judo and Barclay wouldn't have an issue with it. They would go peacefully with the cop woman.
So, they're taking us somewhere now.
That's the idea. Yeah.
Okay.
Hospititum. It is also just normally called guest rights in English, so that was right.
Okay.
So is there anyone who declined?
No.
Think,
None of my characters will decline.
I think Xeno's actually going to. I think I'm gonna opt out of this one. I'll be right here when you return.
Xenos wasn't there when they returned.
I have a strange feeling Xenos might go do something while we're gone, but I don't know why.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't think of a reason that's suspicious at all. She says with both her hands on her hips and like dumbest smile. Like, all right.
Yeah, Kyoto would agree to meet.
So she would lead you back to the square, specifically to this building. No, not that one. Thanks, hero. That one, right next to the archive.
Judo would make horribly awkward small talk as we go by. Trying his best, but you know.
You know, a lot changes in a year. Either my memory or you, but you somehow are even prettier than last time.
See, this is what he's trying to avoid with the small talk.
That I'm not gonna do all of it, but that's like just basically how she's pestering her.
I'm both business.
I mean, you can consider both the same thing. I make pleasure my business.
This day has already gone for way too long.
So, what made you decide to join the order?
My parents were both members.
The best at small talk.
She seemingly just wants to get. Yeah, she's feeling Kyoto right now. She just wants this day to be over with.
Gotcha. Okay, so we fast forward to over there, I assume.
So you're led into a building. There's 4 distinct like hallways, and she leads you down one. Before coming to an office with just kind of like finely engraved, probably not in gold, but in kind of like iron. It says Bianca Norgrim. Nothing fancy, nothing like filigree. Just simply Bianca Norgrim. And I can't do her voice right. But think of like the most cultured, like British voice. If I can. Like high class, like female, severe. I don't want to say Margaret Thatcher. But
the Iron Lady.
The female Stephen Fry.
That's a horrible mental image.
I would change the music, but Roll20 is currently.
Well, I'm going with audio on that, not visuals.
Yes.
So, you're the wayward vagrants, I believe you're called. She kind of leans back in her chair, and I would pop her up right now, but I can't because Roll20 is frozen. Babe, would you get the image? It's the same image they've seen. Oh wait, hang on. Here we go. Yeah.
I mean, we all just saw it, I thought, before.
No, I only gave you the image.
Oh, right, because
I still don't even have access to the image.
Dedicated physiotherapist. She's been
I
studying the
lost
male
it.
yeah,
body
you
for
said
years.
it. Okay, yeah, I found
Well,
it.
since she shouldn't have been allowed to study the male body. They say she can tell what a guy's dick length is just by looking into their
Trying.
eyes.
Someone can see in my eyes, coach.
Do we not have her sword drawn for the record?
I want you so
But thank you.
I think she
She's
means
just
you
kind
have
of sitting
raw
in her chair,
talent.
and you do see like the kind of red eye
I like
staring out at you. The other one is kind of like half lidded, looking you all over. One of you
Good to see.
opted to stay behind then.
Yeah. Yeah, it's stuff he's doing.
Very well. So,
Good to see you again, though.
she kind of inclines her head. Your family is trouble, Miss Malithal, but for the sake of things, I am happy to see that you are unharmed at the very least.
Yeah, we got a reputation for that.
Quite. So, I suppose I should introduce myself. I'm Bianca Norgrim, the leader of the Helmets of the Sister. So, as I said, that was quite the showing you had yesterday. Three
It's
people.
Sorry, go ahead.
3 people almost pulled Caliburn from the stone.
No, we weren't exactly expecting so high of an audience, so to speak.
She kind of gestures toward her window, which is facing the plaza.
There's a giant plaza with people everywhere.
He's speaking to like her directly more of like we weren't like, you know,
We weren't
Expecting-
looking to draw attention.
we were not looking to draw the attention of the leader of the paladin, or you know what I mean? Like people, we are aware people would look.
Yeah.
It's a fanciful habit of mine. I have fond memories of the plaza and attempting to draw Caliburn, so when this building was requisitioned by the orders, I took the best seat in the house, so to speak.
Well, apparently
cool.
the best seat that you watch us beyond just the plaza. Yes? My eyes did not mistake me.
I watched you as far as I could, and then I had a couple old friends. Not to keep an eye on you, but made sure you got where you needed to go. There were a couple people advocating for questioning, but I didn't think that was necessary. At least not in the way they were thinking. I much prefer things to be a bit quieter.
Talking to the wrong crew if you want quiet.
I can believe that. From what little I've heard of this crew, you've seemingly inherited the Grim spirit, so that is something, if nothing else.
The Grim Spirit?
The Grim was the crew that Araceli served on.
Oh, okay.
You know, we try.
She looks at the hound when she says that. Who are you to almost draw Caliburn? Who are you to seemingly touch blades with it only for one to disappear? And who are you to conjure a phantasm of a very, very old historical figure?
Awkward.
Ain't our job to respond.
As that, spotlight shines on the hound, little microphone pops up.
The knight is like a little bit behind him and back and to the right.
I don't think you'd believe me if I told you. My husband managed to outfey a fae into his service. I'm quite aware of what your types can bring to the table. The hound doesn't know to look offended or not. He just kind of looks confused. Would you believe me if I told you I was probably that historical figure? Yes. Really?
Nice, much more less coy than I expected you would be.
I like it. Keep it real.
And the pursuit of vengeance. Straightforward is generally the way of my order. I don't like beating around bushes. It's a pointless waste of time.
Depends. She says as she glances at the forgot Caliburn again. If she's still here. If not, she doesn't say anything.
She'd probably be sitting next to Bianca.
Please, Emperor.
Alright, that's the last one I'm gonna do for now.
I sincerely doubt that, but we can pass it. So you claim to be the man who led the paladin. Now nods. You're strangely frank about it, so I'm less inclined to believe you're lying. It sounds so fanciful. I've told a lot of people at this point, and honestly, it's just kind of tiring. That's
fair.
I think I enjoy sticking to my normal thing. Either way, if you were supposedly the one who wielded Caliburn, why did you not still have it? I lost it. You lost a holy sword. Well, it's a whole story, and I don't really know if I'm supposed to tell you or not. It's kind of my story, but also it kind of affects everyone in the room in some way, except her. He's just pointing out like Halanestra, who just kind of like shifts from side to side.
Awkward.
This is. She kind of like scratches her chin. Ishmael's laughing at me. I know he is. For the sake of things, I'll be honest, I didn't really call you in here because I cared or not. The golden sword of the victorious holds no appeal to me.
Clearly doesn't hold any appeal for any of us either.
She gestures toward the Hound, Knight, and Uranus. Those three seemed apt for it, but my work is a bit bloodier for a pure blade like that. I simply wanted to do Aristoteles and Miss Malithol a favor. They had no reason to return my husband's ship to me, but I had no way of repaying them at the time. They wanted nothing, simply fare off the island. And I did not feel that was enough. And your captain, I suppose he would be, though I'm surprised he's not here, did
Also
confirm a suspicion I had about where my husband was, so doubly twice. So outside of my own interest, purely recreational, this is simply repaying a favor. You may be questioned by some people. They may come by in the next week or so, simply wanting to ask how your experiences were, as all of you seemingly had a stronger resonance with Caliburn than the average person. You may answer as you wish. Instead of a more public interview, they shall be a bit more private and a bit less abrasive. And now, make no mistake, you should still be careful. I'm entirely aware of what your crew is at heart. I don't particularly care. Well, she kind of inclines her head toward Kyoto. His stench. No offense. None of you register on my radar. Though, she kind of turns and looks at Jado. I'm no fan of yours either.
He again does that awkward thing where he goes to put his hands up in the like "don't shoot me" promotion, but one dangles. So I don't think he'll ever get used to that.
I don't see what's the problem with a bunch of friends traveling, seeing fancy places, and occasionally having a beach episode.
Certainly. I feel I don't need to remind you that I was married to a pirate captain. Still am. So as long as you don't do anything too out there, we won't have an issue. But past this, well, this is where my favor ends. I gave you a bit of cover. I gave you a way out of very abrasive questioning.
Abrasive.
Not violent. No, that would actually be under my domain, probably. No, just simply rather excitable and in your face. A lot more attention than I presume any of you would want, bar the little exhibitionist here.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
I think Barclay would actually speak up. What would happen if one of us had drawn it?
That would have been a very interesting question, as there would have been a mad scramble to assert your loyalties and perhaps shift them. The wield of a holy sword is quite the commodity, don't you know? The world government only has a couple associated with them. The College of Wizardry would have been out the door. Anyone in that square. There's a reason all of our headquarters are here. It's so if that sword is drawn, then we get a chance at perhaps speaking with the wielder, swaying them. Maybe some more rash elements. The government might take other actions, but that is a very, very silent minority.
And are you interested in the to-be wielder of cattle of sword?
Capable.
I couldn't remember
sword?
the full name, so I was just. He
The
said
reason
the sword.
The reason I remember is because it's the same name as the warden sword that I used, Caliburn.
She kind of tilts her head. In all honesty, not particularly. As I said, the blade doesn't suit one of my order, and I won't force it. I'm not heartless. I have some sympathy, shriveled as my heart is.
So you could force it.
Perhaps. It's not a certain thing. I haven't tested my will against it. It's a possibility any of us in charge of the Paladin orders, myself, Gaj, Toby, Roland, could have drawn it, but what it meant for us would have been the simple force of divine strength. And we would have lost it eventually when we let our guards down.
So, that being said, how much extra worry do you think we're going to have after we leave here?
If everyone took their cues correctly. None. At least from the Caliburn instant. Well, let me rephrase that. On the government's end, you should have no issue, but people will talk. As I said, most of you, nay, all of you were very notable with how you did it. Caliburn...
To be fair, Kyoto was dead silent.
Well, so that actually is notable, because I did specify like an even deeper silence was there.
Okay.
The average person pulling Caliburn gets nary a flinch. blade itself tends to not acknowledge them unless they have a way about them. A possibility. Potential. The fact that every single one of you had a reaction is the most notable thing. But as I said, the government will sit on their thumbs for a bit and then probably have someone come and speak with you if you are still in the city within the next 2 or 3 days. And I restate, this person should be perfectly civil and will simply just ask you how your experiences were so they can be cataloged and categorized with the other ones. I've done it myself. It's on file. Simply paperwork.
And if one of those workers decides to be someone overzealous who wants a promotion,
then feel free to let me know. She gives a very cold smile.
Well, my questions were answered. You got any more?
I didn't really have any questions besides whether to make sure that we weren't getting dragged off to people we did not want to meet.
I asked them
can I glance over to her? So.
I asked them to send the most unintrusive person they could. I called in a favor with someone, actually, so he's not a doctor, but he's got quite good bedside manner, so he shouldn't have an issue with talking.
Very well.
If there's nothing else, you're free to go about your day.
You guys go on ahead. I'll catch up.
Kyoto was like, as he starts to pivot and he stops for a second.
I'm not leaving, Amber. The hound kind of pipes up.
All right, you can stay.
He continues to pivot and he will walk out.
The hound kind of walks next to the door and kind of crosses his arms, waiting.
Okay. I'd like to be dragged down for this one.
Assuming everyone else leaves.
Yeah. Yeah, just hope that this isn't a shitty pickup line again. But knowing Amber, it probably just is.
Probably. It'd be really poor form to just
It's a
like
much more
mac
aggressive
on
pickup line.
to mac on somebody in front of their boss. But that is kind of down Amber's alley.
Yeah. Part of me is like, wow, that would be super horrible to do, and then the other part of me is like, yeah, Amber would do that.
Yep. The rain is now so ridiculous that I can hear it through the through my headphones.
Damn,
Yeah.
it's rainy. So we're fucked, right? Because like they're sending someone to talk to us, which is fine, and we can tell them the truth, which is fine. But then the Hound is gonna pull the sword out pretty soon, right?
I don't think he's gonna take it. He literally shoved it back into the stone. Why would he
Right, but
take
that
it
was
out?
he seemed like he did want to reforge it though into normal caliber, not necessarily into Black Razor, but to match it with its other third. And we can't really do that if we leave it here and then try to take it's just way easier if we take the 2/3 that we have with us if we're gonna go get the other. Like it would be a ridiculous feat to go try to get the Moonlight Greatsword broken back down and then come back to this island to try to put them together.
Also,
When
Caliburn becomes an entry, so I'm not obligated to say shit.
Venus is just like, I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. What is your name? I plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth.
So you understand that we don't have a constitution like that or anything. Like
I plead the fifth.
You absolutely have to tell us the truth. The fifth is the right to literally breathe.
Exactly, and I am pleading it.
Fifth. Fifth. She's just like a total asshole about it.
Can't wait for the exciting adventures of Xenos. I mean, what? No, Xenos just sits back at his...
Also, should we talk about the fact that Amber seems to think that every woman on the planet is bisexual?
Yeah, that's a good point.
She makes them bisexual.
Yeah.
On that note,
Amber walks out. She has a bit of a serious face for a moment, where she kind of like blinks and does her like silly little normal look. Like, all right, so you guys are free for today, I guess.
What, you get rejected again? That's
Yeah,
what you
no,
know?
she gave me a real burn.
Yeah.
I thought you
We'll
couldn't
also-
be burned.
We'll also point out, the Hound has his hand on Amber's shoulder.
She hit me hard.
All right.
I will not say.
So we have until 10, though. Then we need to be back at the bar.
That's what I'm expecting, yes.
Yeah.
I have to go buy a new sword. Amber, do you know any weapon shops around here?
Yeah, there's one down such and such road. You can pick one up at.
Can you show me?
Sure. Yeah, I could use a walk.
You will take Amber and head off. I think we will be calling session on what you guys are doing here, as Barclay actually gets ascending.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh. That can't be good. Oh, wait a second.
This is what you get from Oop, I misspelled something. There actually would be one more thing.
one
Oh,
more.
okay.
One more thing. One more thing.
Uno mas. Uno mas.
One more.
And depending on Barclay's response, I'd like everyone else to tell me what they might be doing next session. Otherwise, it could just be, y'all just hang around town.
Ah, okay.
How
change.
Komodo Dragon 2.
Yeah.
One more thing. Picture of tortoise
Because he would have wanted to say that in like as few words as he could,
Yeah.
or few spells as he could.
Okay.
One more thing.
It's such a good show.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, it's such a good show.
I'm going to be going around
One more. I love him.
casting Commune
God.
City at intervals, trying to identify the celestial.
Sure. I'll put that on the docket.
Kyoto is
I
going
think I know out
to
of
be.
character. I don't think I know in character.
I have a theory in character.
Kyoto is
in
going
it.
to be moving around the city, trying to basically putting himself in intentionally obvious positions, like where he's clearly visible, where he sticks out more than normal, and he's trying to see basically who has eyes on him in various different parts.
He's trying to
Oh
keep
no,
his
I have
obvious
dropped
eye.
my Wayward Vagrant's officer badge in the middle of this crowded street.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like he's
I
he's
look so
basically
silly
dead-
wearing this shirt with a target painted on it.
Yeah, yeah. He's basically walking around trying to intentionally. He's basically trying to discover any tales. You know.
What's Shadow doing?
Oh, Chito's staying the fuck inside that bar. Are you kidding me? He is not leaving. Um,
Um,
Kyoto's going to be moving around the city, trying to see basically who has eyes on him in various different parts.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like he's
Oh, Chito's staying the fuck inside that bar. Are you kidding me? He is not leaving. Is there anyone who doesn't seem like they actively have something they're doing?
Barclay, or not Barclay?
Other than Jado? Yeah.
Aranis.
All right. Well, yeah.
We tag
yeah.
along with you.
That makes sense. Then yeah, Barclay would go do the thing.
I don't think anyone else. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean the Holly in the night maybe.
Yeah.
I'm going to go have tea with Sam. That was supposed to be today, right?
Yeah.
So she would be doing that.
Then yeah, Barclay and Aranis. The two strongest people. Awesome.
Y'all have pretty good strength amongst
We
them.
do have pretty strong. We're some strong casties. That's true.
We do have pretty strong.
We do have pretty strong.
But yeah, Xenos would actually be there when you guys got back.
Okay. Totally. Actually, like what he said jokingly, like, and then he wasn't there. I completely expected that to be.
No, sorry.
That yeah, I 100%. Well, I knew Xenos would actually do something. Like he wasn't just gonna sit in the bar the whole time.
No, I mean, like, he wouldn't have done anything. He would have sat in the bar until you guys got like back from that.
Oh, and then he was gonna go do his city.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
So he actually didn't go do anything sneaky.
Mm-hmm. Likely story.
So does Jado still stay at the bar? Or is he gonna try to tag along with Xenos?
Didn't go super well for him last time. I think he's gonna stay at the bar.
Fair. All right. Well, how was session?
Great.
You guys didn't get to 90% of the stuff I planned, so that works out for me.
Seriously? How?
I'll make a plan for the
So
next 10 sessions.
Tell me, barkeeper, who is this Scarlet person you keep talking about?
well, so I had an idea of what Caliburn was going. That was the kind of idea I hadn't decided if I wanted to do or not, and I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. So that took a big chunk. Then talking about Caliburn took a while, and then the archive. Like, I kind of planned the archive, didn't plan the Xenos thing. That was about like 10 minutes before session. Cook brought it up, and I was like, well, yeah, this could work.
I mean, I wasn't sure I was gonna do it either, but I decided.
The Judo thing was off the cuff, right? Just completely random.
Yeah.
No way you planned that.
I did have an original idea that would have been much less cool than what I did, which was you guys were gonna roll just d20s and hope you crit enough. It would have either the original plan was like if you guys manage 3 nat 20s in a row, it comes out.
That's only a 1 in 2,000.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Like I said, yeah, I changed it on purpose, and a thought came to mind. Was like, if I really wanted to, they'll still roll, but it's probably not possible. 7 nat 20s in a row.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Let me just go into my stockpile of nat 20s and just select all of them.
So yeah.
It's fine, they all dropped off of character attack rolls. You did get one, though.
That should be 1 in 8,000.
But I mean, yeah, I went with this, and I feel like it went a lot better.
It went pretty well.
I thought it was really cool.
Nothing's blown up in our faces yet.
Yeah.
My throat really hurts.
Alright, before I hit the sleep, I have to ask one question, Pun.
What's up?
Does Amber recognize that not all women are bisexual, or does she actually just not realize it?
She recognizes that some people don't just fuck everything in sight.
So she just doesn't care.
With that person in particular, she tried before and they didn't, they rejected her advances for whatever reason. Either they're not bi or they're not lesbian or they just don't like her or whatever. But she does that to tease her.
That's very mean.
Oh, man.
With Vi, like, she's had an extended, like, time spent with her, so the whole, like, yeah, I'm just gonna sleep in your room thing is kind of like, I figured they're ahead and enough for her to just walk in and be like, yeah, I'm crashing at your place.
Gotcha.
Tonight we
She,
kid.
I didn't originally plan for her to be like a Scanlan, but I thought, that makes total sense if she's just Scanlan. So
Is that how Scanlan works?
he's a total ladies man, and that makes sense for Amber.
Majority of the time, yeah. Like if they're in town, he'll be like, "Yeah, me and Grog are going to a whorehouse."
A whorehouse, yes, but that's normally like you pay and it's going to happen.
I will say in past, there's people Amber's gotten with that the party's not aware of.
I'm sure.
People that we've met in session, so.
But yes, I did. I'm probably gonna end up doing the same thing with Kyoto once Tamagahara came around. But I sat there and I was like, "All right, these are NPCs. You'll probably know. Let's establish relationships."
Yeah.
Probably gonna do it with Lothar if y'all ever go to his home island, wherever that is.
Yeah. We still don't know.
What? No.
But
no,
yeah,
no,
it's time for me to it's time for me to go to sleep.
Same.
Well.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good one.
It was really fun.
Yep.
A lot of info. And I look forward to re-listening to because I recorded it all. I was spacing out constantly.
Good call.
Hey,
Good call.
that was a
Thank
good idea. Yeah, I was spacing out a little bit.
you. Please, Kirk.